host.
Huh?
You know who Kendall is?
Huh?
You know Kendall?
Yeah.
So we were sitting yesterday, and he was like, "Man, I'm taking some of his stuff. What he be talking about?" Because I'm like, "Man, did y'all hear Maze this morning?" And so you be up listening to Maze. He was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, I'm proud of the brother."
Thank you.
I know, right? Well,
Cause
contrary to belief, you know, Perry sometimes say, "Did y'all hear what Maze said this morning?" She says it more often than anything. He's right. He's right.
Let me guess, the topic is
I
race.
be sitting up here like, and you
We
can
talk
only,
money too, Reggie.
your ass just can only get over that your boy ain't here anymore no more. And just let it flow. And you know you like Mace. He says the right things. You come in here saying, "Did y'all hear what he said? I agree with him." And I just be looking at him. And Sonya be like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, whatever."
And these security products, man.
Girl, I ordered some of
They
those
don't make me
products.
want one. This guy's right.
I ordered those products, but see, I'm not a pill popper, so it's like I take.
I don't do drugs, Tanya. That's why I'm nervous about security.
I just don't keep up with it. You gotta have some consistency. I
Right?
had powder, pills, and everything. We going to see in the morning. I'm gonna be in the chair, so
Oh, him?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you.
Girl, we did a movie yesterday. I had to call my guy, Rich Muhammad. Rich, can you get me an interview with Farrakhan because the girl from being in church, Farrakhan talked about he wants to pick up his practice. But yesterday she gave tomorrow that's all.
I'm telling you, the minister, he's like such a great speaker. And everything he said, I was like, you kind of right.
More time.
hey.
I'm like, oh, you know what? So,
We're both
you know
here.
what?
Doing no interracial marriage, no.
I was like, hey.
Don't you be hating on him.
I'm not, I was like,
What is Farrakhan? 90?
86.
86? Okay.
but he's so powerful.
Business.
Chinese said this morning they will retaliate, but I don't know the details yet. Correspondent Matt Rivers is at Tianjin, China, watching for reaction.
There's tens of billions of goods that get shipped here from America. Well, they're going to get higher taxes, just like the U.S. raised taxes from 10 to 25%. I think you can expect China
Is Annette on Annette?
similar, raising its own
Are you on Facebook?
10 to maybe 25%. We don't know
Annette.
No, she's not on Facebook.
Okay.
come in a couple of hours. It can come tomorrow, but it will come soon.
There are fewer U.S. products going into China, allowing fewer opportunities.
Why? You trying to tag me?
I tagged you.
Louisiana, as storms continue to lash the coast. A giant gale fast moving heavy rains dropping 4 inches of water on Houston overnight. 60 Minutes is there.
It's ANNETTE.
40 people on the highway, some of them making calls for rescue just because of how quickly that water had come up.
That's right, Interstate 10 in Houston has been walking. Most Southeast Texas schools are closed this morning, so no more kids will get stranded in their classrooms. Both suspects in the suburban Denver school shooting are due back in court today. Prosecutors expect to decide whether the other suspect will be charged as an adult. They should be in that force in the Stock futures are flat on Wall Street this hour as Google details show its first stock
don't have nobody today, bro.
No.
All right. What's this right here?
I don't know what it's still up there.
What is it?
I don't know. It's been like stuck there. Where's the remote at?
Is this the remote for that? Got no batteries in it. Yeah, I don't have the batteries.
We're done with the heritage. Yay. That was a nice turnout. There was some people that was coming in that couldn't find no seats.
Yeah, people was mad that we told them to be there at 5:30.
Because that was pretty early for the show to start at 7. And
You thought it was early for it to start at 7?
you don't think so?
Nah,
They ain't nothing
man.
to do.
Huh?
They ain't got nothing to do. Did they eat? And because they only had popcorn and wine for them, right?
Yeah, I'm saying, but if you ain't got no food for them,
Right. That's what I'm saying.
like you just tell them to start at 7, they could have went and got something to eat.
They could have did some everything.
Look, you tell me I could have got my laundry done. I could have got a load of laundry done.
We always complaining though. That's what kills me. Just
But you know what? I think it's two things. I think we complain, but I also think like we also gotta be like that's a long time to be sitting
around,
from
yeah.
5:30 to 7,
Yeah.
waiting for somebody.
But you know why they do that? Because I think Melody fears that people are
We'll
not
go home and go
Right.
to sleep. and
right.
start
So
the
she
movie.
keeps them up and out.
Then she should, they should do some sort of entertainment. Like
Yeah.
have, even if it's a pre-movie, if it's like that social with the. Well, I'm not tripping. I'm just saying we could.
No, I
Now that I
understand.
think about it.
Yeah. So we can tell Mel that next time around we do our staff meeting. When we do our staff meeting, we make sure we do that. Tell her that. Okay, this is May 13th to 24th. May 13th is what? Monday?
Yeah. Take a moment, y'all. Share the broadcast. Are we on?
Base travel time, 35 minutes.
Look at Ty. He stay out too late. He can't make it. He can't hang. Ty was falling asleep in the chair yesterday.
Get out of here.
Man, he sat back in that chair and was like, he started blinking slow. You know when you get that kid start blinking slow, like, I'm not sleepy.
Right. Mr. President.
Look at him. He's struggling. He made it. He was like, I don't want to get up.
No, not at all. It's just my routine.
The views expressed on our programs are not necessarily those of WVON.
Y'all take a moment, share the broadcast. Thank you to everybody who came out last night. That turnout was kind of monstrous. It was like almost every seat. They were ushering people to empty seats. And can I say, when y'all see me at the restaurant or something, could you just say hi or something? Don't look and stare, because then I don't know what you looking at. Do I got something on my... Just say, hey. I felt so bad. We was eating at the restaurant yesterday, and these kids kept walking by, and they would keep looking, and I was like, what's wrong? Then I see him at the movie. I was like, I wish I would have said something.
Rise and shine. The WVON Morning Show.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Featuring Maze Jackson.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
The WVON Morning Show. Wake up!
Wake up, everybody, no more sleeping in bed. No more back thinking.
What's up, y'all? Take a moment, share the broadcast. It's your man, Maze Jackson. It's the WVON Morning Show. I want to thank you, everybody who turned out last night. I didn't think we would have as much of a turnout because of the Minister Farrakhan event that occurred last night, but it just shows how many black people are in the city of Chicago. Because when I tell y'all, I wish I would have taken a picture. I can't wait to see the pictures of the packed theater on a Thursday night. One of the downfalls of working is sometimes you miss some of the better, best things, greats, events. I miss my Rego Babos play, but we gotta give Rego Babo a shout out. But she's not up yet. Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world! This is the WVON Morning Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man Todd Stroger in the building. Todd, how you feeling this morning?
Excellent, man.
Todd, did you know what? You up? But I was thinking you might not make it, man, cause you were up a little bit late, out a little bit past. Usually, man, you gone away. You're not out that late, are you? We was out last night rocking.
No. Usually, I hope I'm in the house by. I like to be in the house by about 7:30, but I take what I get.
See, I'm gonna tell you, I when you start doing the morning show, like the time when you would just be going out like 7 o'clock, 7:30, be like, ooh, great time to go to bed. I start getting nervous if I'm outside past 6:30, 7 o'clock,
Right,
outside of the house.
nervous,
I'd be like,
oh, man,
I need to be in the house. And then you get into a routine, and I got a routine. And at night, when I miss, I'm not going to even give them a plug anymore, but when I miss that evening show at night, right, then if I'm not in my chair watching it, then I'm thinking to myself, things are going to be a little hairy for the rest of the evening. But you know what, let me do this. Let me say what's up to the WVON Morning Show. Got to say what's up to the morning team. Annette Flournoy, how you feeling in the newsroom this morning? Man, we are going to talk about that standing room only. You know what? I feel like it was standing room only at the Black Heritage Film Series too. We're gonna talk about that. You know what? It was. It just shows how much Black Chicago is active and involved and concerned. Woo, it is a lot. You know what? And we're going to talk about that. Let me say what's up to the rest of the flight crew. What's up to Miss Sonia Escobar and Sonia Tompkins. They are better known as the Wonder Twins. How are you feeling, Wonder Twins, this morning?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good. She has her coffee.
All right. Well, I'm going to tell you. It seems like they are all ready to go. It seems like we're locked and loaded. So let's get this thing to 50,000 feet. It is the WVON Morning Show, Soul Plane up in the air. Todd, as we mentioned, let's get this one out of the way. Well, I don't want to get out of the way. I want to send the biggest thank you to the WVON family.
Yes.
You all showed up last night and showed out. Now I'm gonna tell you, when I first walked in the theater, I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, oh look, we filled up a section.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, we filled up a section. And so then I went around, I went to go to the other room, and I was like, oh, we filled up the popcorn room.
Mm-hmm.
The popcorn, wine, beer, candy, pop was full. Now I was thinking like, now if you add this to the other, we're going to fill up a couple sections. Man, by the time you got there, by the way, Ty, how you going to get there late? Ty, how we going to have our first event? Do y'all know I had this giant wind up. I thought Ty was in the building. So, I'm hamming it up. I'm like, and he's back. He's the greatest. You know, part of Chicago's legacy. I had a great wind up. It was like, da-da-da-da.
And then da-da-da-da.
No, Todd. And then Todd, you finally made it.
Claire's day was very busy. So that meant my day was very busy.
Got it.
You know what? If I hadn't worn that tie, I'd have been there on time. I should have put on that.
Illini tie.
Yeah.
Everybody can't be an Illini. I understand. Todd, but I'm going to tell you guys, first of all, to everyone who came out yesterday, thank you so much. To the people who got there at 5:30, extra special thank you to you for sticking around. Some of y'all gave me a whooping when I got there, but I just get there when they tell me to get there. But boy, I'm going to tell you, that Emmanuel screening was something else last night. They were ushering people to the empty seats. Like, excuse me. You know what? They made me get up. They was like, you got to get up. You got to move over. Because we need that seat right there. But I'm going to tell you, then the Q&A session afterwards, awesome. Thank you to everyone who showed up and showed out. But Todd, I can't wait till we get to the social media question of the day, because I got questions. I really do.
Uh-oh, I better look at my...
You know what? I didn't even send it out, but I'll send it out. Also, let me not say also, because really the big event of the evening last night was Minister Louis Farrakhan appearing at Saint Sabina Church. Todd, did you see any of the not the fallout, but the coverage of it?
Yeah, when I got home, I actually was flicking through the channels, and I think I saw 2, 5, and 7.
I saw a little bit more. I actually went to Facebook. I went to Facebook and I saw it. And you know what, Ty? I went to Facebook and saw the Louis Farrakhan, Minister Farrakhan, speaking at Saint Sabina. And I am going to tell you that if there's one thing that it affirmed for me,
What's that?
Father Flagger is the king of the black people. No, seriously.
Yeah.
Father Flagger is the king of the black people. Like, it's just undisputed. I mean, man, when the minister comes up, when the world comes against you, and the minister leaves Mas Meriam and delivers his address at Saint Sabina Church, and on the front page of the papers and the news and all the coverage is Father Flagger sitting next to the most unbowed, unscared black man in the country. Father Flagger is the king of the black people. You know what I expected to see?
What?
I expected to see, like, all of the black leaders grabbing hands, standing together, raising Minister Louis Farrakhan's hands in a show of unity. I thought that I would see the Reverend Al Sharpton, Reverend Jesse Jackson. Where were they to stand next to their brother? I think about the Million Man March, and I think about everybody who was on the stage. Every civil rights icon, where was the Andrew Youngs of the world? I know, y'all. But if yesterday affirmed nothing else for me, Father Flagger is the king of the black people. I dare y'all to call me and tell me he ain't. Cause all the people, where was the people who was leading y'all on the expressways, the other expressway? He be kicking y'all butts, man. Y'all might as well just bow down. Cause hey, I'm telling you, Father Flagger be like, but what you got? What you know how when you play a bid whist, right? Or not bid whist, when you playing spades, and you got the big joker, and you know how you waiting, and it's like everybody do their thing, and then all of a sudden it's like, bah, trump that. Father Flagger is officially, if you had any questions, he is the king of the black people in Chicago. I just want to say, though, he's courageous. Courageous.
He's a real organizer because he organizes, which is, what we talk about all the time. That's what makes him, I won't say he's the king, but that's what makes him important.
Who gonna check him, boo? Who gonna check him? Well, everybody quiet.
Well, it's good to be courageous. I mean, he's courageous. He doesn't mind getting a rebuke from even the cardinal.
Well, see, I think the thing is, what Father Flagger has learned is that every time the white folks take a whack at him, it makes him more popular with black folks, right? So every time all the powers that be that we talk smack to whoop on him too, he gets more black street cred, which makes him that much more y'all king. It's the Talk of Chicago 1690. We'll be back after traffic and the weather. Let's get this to I think we already up to 50,000 feet. Hey, I look down there. I see y'all. We'll be back when we get back.
More of the morning show with Maze.
He the king, y'all. I'm just saying. I mean, I would say it sarcastically, but I really can't. You really can't.
It was from what I can see on Facebook Live, it was an interesting, even though the big, like you were saying, the big people weren't out there, all that, it was an interesting group who were there and putting it on Facebook Live. An interesting mix. And I've had some dealings with Father Flager. He's in 17, but he's right next door to 21, almost across the street. And he's always been able to get people, well, he does what I think a minister's supposed to do. They actually minister. They go out in the world. Like they say, their church isn't within those walls, it's outside. And that's what makes them successful. Besides being there forever, lived in the neighborhood all his life pretty much. And he's also connected himself to the political aspect. That helps him, you know. Politics means something. Money flows through politics, and he's not he's nobody's fool. He knows that if he wants to get things done, do projects here and there, the best way is through the state and through the city, and he has money to do things for people. In a sense, he's a politician himself. Well, all priests are politicians in a way. And he's very, very good at it. And if you've ever been to one of his services, it is very different than most Catholic services. It's a very emotional kind of Protestant service. And
they got a black Jesus in that mug, boy.
Oh yeah, I mean it's just like going to some of the churches. I don't know. I guess I would say Baptist and all. You know, I've been to a ton of churches, but his is just as emotional as I've seen. And those guys who stick by him, they stick by him like they know he knows what he's talking about.
You know what I think you should do? You and Todd. I
Nope.
think you all should subscribe to our Westwood One. You don't have to always call on them, but they can have us some good shit. I'm looking at a whole bunch of stuff that you can talk about, even though I know you got the show. I mean,
Like what?
oh my God. But I'm gonna send it to you all right now. It's a lot of stuff.
We can't do nothing with it today.
See,
Just tell me how to sign up. I'll look at it.
okay.
It'll be in my morning news rotation.
Okay.
Woo!
All right, got to look.
I sent y'all the rundown, though. What's up, y'all? Take a moment, share the broadcast. How's everybody doing? What's up, Nanette? What up, Shippy? What up, Mallory? What up, Roy Boom? What up, Desmond? What up, Michelle Flagg? What up, Let? What up, Deborah? What up, Melvin D. Griffin? What up, Antoine Alexander? What up, Tammy Jackson? What up, Tiger? What up, James Shotwell? Rhonda Spry Payne? What up, Carol Zwizek? See, I didn't put the A in there. What up, Jonathan Todd? What up? Close that door, would you? Royals. Royals! Ruler.
Never had a conversation with me. But somebody made you hate me.
You are tuned in to Talk Chicago 1690 AM Royals. That's my musical conductor, the soul playing, because she know who the king is. The king of the black people, Father Flager. If y'all had a question yesterday, all you got to do is look at the cover of the Sun Times and see Father Flager sitting there with the minister, the most fearless black man in the country. And as I looked throughout the pictures, man, I was looking. You think Minister Farrakhan have get invited to the Saturday radio show or anything? Nah,
But
no.
yeah, they really do.
I'll let it be. I'll let it be. You know what? Hey, maybe I bet you know who will probably get him. Dorothy
I know
Tillman,
what you're saying.
but he ain't gonna probably make it after 10 o'clock though. You don't think they're gonna put him on the 10 o'clock show? Let's go to. Let me run through a couple of these headlines. The trash can baby. In case you all do not remember, the baby that was found with the umbilical cord attached, newborn, on a trash can on the north side. Apparently, the parents have been found and been charged with murder. A 16 and 17-year-old have been charged as adults as murder, but the grandmother.
The baby expired, huh?
No, the baby lived. No, oh wait. The baby? No, attempted murder. Charged with attempted murder.
Oh.
And then the grandmother was charged with filing a false police report. Let's make sure that the white
Man,
folks.
this is very complicated.
Yes, it's not. They lied. The baby, she didn't want to tell nobody. She put the baby on the garbage can. Then the son put the baby daddy came back, put the baby in a bag, and then called the grandmother and said, "Hey, it's a baby on the garbage can." And she tried to file a false police report saying she just was walking down the street and saw this baby, but actually it was either her daughter's boyfriend or her son who called her and said, "Hey, yo, baby."
Wait. See, you see how long this took?
Yeah.
This is very complicated.
Got it. Okay. Well, we'll move right on. You see, the Vatican has issued new rules again about how you can molest young people and get away with it.
All right, you Protestant.
No, you father. you regular person who just can't understand why these guys love to tickle little kids.
I've got to read that.
Here's what it does.
And you know what?
No.
Besides being Catholic, but you know why I don't like the father bashing? It's because it diminishes the diminishes isn't the right word, but we put the spotlight on them when I know that children are abused all over, and we need to really be thinking about that. And how do we catch these people and stop them?
You know what? It seems like they hit you with the talking points, right? You like, yes, look, you sound just like Blaze Supich. I want to make sure that we talk about all of the child molestation, not just the ones that is concentrated over 50 years of feeding your children to the beast,
No,
your children should be.
I'm not talking about the past. I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about what's going on right now. There's always something going on. We need to be more
Like Father McCormick, I agree, but I think that
like
when
Father McCormick.
right, same group, they would report same right. Okay.
Don't
Look,
let me say the Protestants that I know who have been doing things. But
you say it. I'm talking about all of them. All of them need it. Now go ahead, pick one. Say one. Right.
No, you already said what I wanted you to say.
Okay.
Yes, it's a bigger picture, and we diminish the actions that we need to take when we just talk about the Catholics. I mean, sure, the Catholics, their problem is more, they are such a big, strong group that they've always been able to shield problems inside. But there are so many other things. It's awful. I mean, I've been places that you haven't. You know, you've done a lot of things.
Mhm.
I've been places that you don't want to go. It would make you cry.
Where?
It's just places when children have been abused. I've been to like places where children
They abuse
go
children?
for rehab and just try to live. It's a terrible just to see them.
I can imagine. It just seems as though the Catholic Church keeps trying to figure out a way to protect the predators. It seems like there's an institution.
No, they're trying to. That's the word. They're trying to protect the institution.
Right, which has. Let me stop. We're gonna stop. Trump in Congress. Trump in Congress. Do you see that they are about to go to war? This thing is about to get real ugly. Who do you think wins, Trump or Congress, Todd?
Are you talking about
This whole battle, because it's getting ready to get epic, man.
I don't think it's going to ramp up as much as you think, because I think Nancy Pelosi is...
She did say measured pace. We're not going to just...
Yeah, she knows that if she just tries to take a pitchfork and some, what are those things that burn,
Torches.
Yeah, that will just ignite his crowd. So it's got to be in a slow pace.
She wants to do it right in a measured way, not just she want to dot her I's and cross her T's. I think Nancy Pelosi is playing the game for the election because she knows if she takes another swing like this Mueller report and it doesn't work, and then they go into the election, Donald Trump is really gonna get reelected. I mean, I think the fact they got 30 candidates for Democrats and it's still adding, which means that the debates are gonna go from, they're gonna have to have 3 debates for every one, you know, like it'll be 3 rounds of debates for, like it'll be tier 1, tier 2, tier 3.
Yeah, but that's because people see blood in the water.
Right.
It's like when George Bush was president, not the second one, the first one. I mean, there were a ton of Democrats running because they're like, okay, this is it.
Right. Yeah. That's exactly what happened in Chicago, and we now have Mayor Lori Lightfoot, who nobody expected. So when you get
Power boy.
Exactly, I agree. That's how Mayor Pete Booty. I almost said it right. Booty, whatever. You know what? That's how That's how Pete Buttigieg gets into place because it's like everybody's so scattered. That's the guy from you know, it's the gay veteran Democrat mayor from South Bend,
from South Bend,
who never talked to the black people who live in the town. All right. How about this one? Ford City Mall sold to New York company Namdar Realty. Namdar Realty, I bet you know that. I hope that Ford City does not become a flea market. Or one of those hollowed out malls that has like the stores that really don't have any doors and everything flows all the way out into the hallway. Do y'all remember when Ford City?
I don't think that'll happen.
Do you remember when Ford City? Well, you know what? I know that Alderman Derek Curtis will make sure that they don't destroy the mall. But boy,
that's the 18th ward.
Yeah, that's the 18th ward, man.
Wow, man. I never knew anything about the 18th ward boundaries.
See, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, you put that big retail center in there. Boy. All right. San Francisco, speaking of shopping, San Francisco bans cashless or bans credit-only stores. Have you seen those credit-only stores, Todd?
We went downtown to eat in the building where CPS used to be on Clark Street. They have like a
food court.
Yeah, a food court. That's exactly.
What is it? Revival Food Hall? Which hall is it?
Man, that sounds familiar. That might be it.
Is it Revival? It's one of those food halls. It's probably Revival.
Yeah, and I went to a place and I pulled out real money and she said, "Oh no, we don't take that."
I think that might not be a bad ordinance for Chicago aldermen to consider. I think it's completely crazy that you cannot go into a store and spend actual U.S. currency.
It
like
is U.S. currency.
You have to have a credit card. So then they charge you a fee on it, right? So now you're paying and then they're charging you a fee. Now they're saying it so that it prevents robbery, but I also think it locks a whole tremendous component of people out of society. So think about being the homeless guy that has been outside for freaking 10 hours and you finally get enough money to get a hamburger. And then you count up all your money, and let's say you go to the bank and get it turned into not pennies, nickels, and dimes, but $10, and you go get you a hamburger, fries, and a drink. And they say you can't use it. That is completely crazy to me, but I think it's a way to lock people out of society as we're seeing it happen. Imagine walking up and they say, "Show me your ID,"
right.
And you can't.
And if you don't have that, you're not a
you
real
can't.
citizen.
You can't eat. This sounds like the mark of the beast. So I think we need to go. Remember back in the day when your parents used to be like, "You're not gonna have any money anymore. You're gonna have to use a barcode." And then you see they got these barcode chips that they're saying, "Get it implanted, and you can pay for stuff." Todd, we gotta stop this. We gotta slow this.
I keep on warning my children. Come on, man. You guys got to pay attention, or you guys are going to be talking to Mr. Roboto.
Everybody.
Yes, Mr. Roboto, what do we do now?
and you'll be like, "Go clean your room up." What do you say, Mr. Roboto? It's the WVON Morning Show. I'm your Sonia said, talk to the hand. Look, when we come back, y'all, we had a great movie screening last night, but I just don't know, man. After the screening, I felt some kind of way, and I just think that black people forgive too easily. We're going to ask that as the social media question of the day. Give us a call, 312-374-8130. We'll be back after traffic, news, and the weather.
You saying the Attorney General is gonna prosecute Jedediah Brown?
Yes.
For what?
Especially because Jedediah Brown had a case, a misdemeanor case in front of the state's attorney, but he took that selfie with Kim Fox, and so they demanded that he not appear in front of her because it would be compromised. So they named a special
the Attorney
prosecutor.
General is gonna prosecute.
So they used a special prosecutor, and that being the Attorney General.
I think that's interesting. Especially since the Attorney General is not really a prosecutor.
Maybe that's the point.
Huh.
Get it?
I guess so. Strange but true, huh? Yeah. Also, there's always something in the news now. It's another way to be in the newspaper for the state's attorney, I guess. Maybe I should look at the newspaper. It has arrived. Man, I think my newspaper guy must have gotten sick or died.
Cool. The black dude at 87?
79.
Oh, okay. I do 87. All right.
That's somebody 87? Oh, you mean in the rain?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, before AJ died, I just had to yeah. Don't spend enough money in certain areas that need it the most.
A great hotel by Wyndham is closer than you think. Find one near you and book direct at wyndhamhotels.com.
Mama.
It's Mother's Day weekend, and here's a message to your mom.
My name is Stephanie Daniels. My Mother's Day greeting is for Susan Daniels. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Susan Daniels.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, John.
This Mother's Day greeting is sponsored by Dan.
I think there's going to be a measles outbreak in the county.
It's time to raise
Pretty sure I got my shot.
Illinois nursing homes rank at the bottom nationally for direct care, nursing hours per resident per day. This is not acceptable. AARP and WVON want to hear from caregivers, loved ones of nursing home residents, and community leaders on the state of nursing home care in our communities. Saturday, May 11th, AARP and WVON will host a community town hall. Join host Cliff Kelly and elected officials. Hear the powerful stories about our most vulnerable residents living in nursing homes. Hear why we need to take action now. The AARP and WVON Community Town Hall is Saturday, May 11th at Gallery Bouchard, 436 East 47th Street, from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Doors open at 10 a.m. Call 877-926-8300 to register. 877-926-8300. AARP, real possibilities. This traffic report is sponsored by Wyndham Hotels and Resorts. With more than 1,000 WVON, traffic and weather now.
All right, y'all. Take a moment to share the broadcast. How's everybody feeling this morning? What up, Raymond Hubbard? What up, Aunt Tennille? What up, David Ransburg? What up, Bueller? What up, Carol Zwiezek? What up, Pat? Wait, who was that? What up, Lorraine Little? What up, Chess, etc.? What up, Alvin? What up, DL Banks? Share that broadcast, man. Put it in the scene. Put it in the air. When my article gonna come out, man? You tripping? I'm playing. What up, Stephen C. Hogan? What up, Deborah? What up, Tiger? What up, Brenda Rogers? What up, Raymond Hubbard? What up, Janine? She kind of like used to be my boss. Janine, check this out. This, if you're still here, we're broadcasting from 800 South Wells, right beneath the old 106 Jams and V103 offices. What up, Sydney? What up, Brian, Hudson, Blue Fight, Go Mob, and all that good stuff? What up, Michael Johnson, Blue Fight? What up, Teresa Robinson Thompson? Antoine Alexander, Denise Russell. What up, Kelly Newman Turner? Z5, Blue 5, Sora. You are tuned in to the Talk Chicago 1690 AM. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger. And Todd, let me tell you, I want to thank everybody who came out last night to the WVON Black Heritage Film Series. Man, Todd, the house was packed. I told you. They was like, excuse me, Mace. Can you get up? We need you to move over because we going to need that seat.
I stood up the whole time.
You stood up the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, but after watching the movie Emmanuel, which for those of you that are not aware, it is the story of the Emmanuel 9, the Charleston massacre where 9 black churchgoers in a Bible study were murdered by white. If I said devil, would I be banned or something?
No,
Okay.
it's probably more accurate. Is probably
Devil
what you're looking
demon Dylan Roof walked into that church and killed all those people in the Bible study. And I must admit, I was feeling after watching the movie though, bro, I was feeling absolutely no love. I'm not sure. I don't know if I was super angry or if it was hate, but I know that I was not forgiving of Dylan Roof after watching that movie.
Right.
And the fact that the black people in Charleston were so forgiving, so soon, had me perplexed, Todd. I was perplexed. Because it's like I wanted to give the sister a warm hug and be like, it's going to be okay. But I was like, I couldn't because you already gave the white boy the warm, fuzzy, it's okay. And he ain't even want to be forgiven.
Now, come on. You were in the church all your life. Isn't that what they preach?
At the black church. At the white church, they talk about forgiveness. After they do the act and then come to church.
Yeah, they come to church.
Right? We get acted upon and then go to church. And so, Todd, but I'm going to tell you, even when I used to go to church, and I understand that, but I feel like there is such a difference between how we look at church and at forgiveness. See, I feel like the concept of forgiveness that has been pushed upon black people is the concept of forgiveness, because if we ever decided we wanted to hold white folks accountable for everything that we did, they know the punishment would be, they know they owed a lot. Right. If you just started slavery, you ain't got to talk about the world conquest. You just started slavery in the United States. I feel like this whole concept of forgiveness that we talk about from the Christian aspect, because I really feel like we heard so much of it in the Christianity, but I felt like after a slave getting let down off of a tree from getting beat, whooped down, and the master say, and the master say, now you go read that Bible because it's gonna tell you to forgive me from these egregious things that I've forgiven you. When the slave master walked into the door and kicked the door down and got granny and grandma and did all those things, we were told to forgive. As they continued to use they used the same Bible to enforce the things that reinforce what they did to us. And watching that and listening to it yesterday, I felt some kind of way, Todd. I really did. I felt like this is why white folks feel like they can get away with it. This is why Dylan Roof walked into a black church. Because we be like, hey, white boy. You know how if somebody white come to the church, black folks be like, oh, come. We're too forgiving.
Well, you know, they just want to, well, as I know the church, they want to save everybody. And
you can't.
And the black church has always been a haven for people in need.
You ever walked into a white church and don't know nobody?
Yes.
And how does that work?
I mean, it was fine. I didn't know a little straight.
Exactly. Wasn't nobody saying, come on here. Didn't nobody close their eyes when you closed. They was like, they had a bunch of people sitting around you. What I am asking, y'all give me a call. 312-374-8130. Do black people forgive too easily? I felt as though watching that, it felt like they were scared we was going to get some more. I felt like it almost felt like it was an apology. Like, we don't want no more. And I want to get to a point where I think that, I feel like, is forgiveness all that they talking about? Is that like a thing that they done sold us? Because I'm going to tell you, at the end of a lot of movies, when the bad guy get it, I don't feel no remorse. And I'm going to tell you, in the real life, when my enemies get it,
I don't feel remorse either. Most of the time, I'm like,
yes.
Somebody get that guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so this whole concept of black people giving us peace as we look at our bodies swaying in the wind.
But I'll also say, Maze,
Todd,
I remember a movie, since you mentioned, it's called Sullivan's Travels, and a guy.
Who watches a movie called Sullivan's Travels?
It's like 1939. And he's a producer, and he wants to give a movie about real people who struggle, and he goes out on the road. And to make a long story short, he gets arrested, and he's put in a camp. I think it's the South, because it's a work camp. You know, you go out and you fix roads and stuff like that, and it's brutal. And where do you think they go when they get a break?
Where?
They go to a black church, and the black church welcomes them, and they all watch a movie and a cartoon together. And I remember when I saw that, I was thinking, there's no way they're going to a white church. They're going to a black church, because the black church will take them in, and they will say that this is a place for rest for you. Oh!
How poetic was it yesterday?
Well, that was in the movie.
That the Charleston story, we singing Amazing Grace as 9 bodies playing, and y'all, that's my president. Talk about y'all forgiving us. Yeah, I think do black people forgive too easy? Give us a call, 312-374-8130. When we come back, we'll take your calls. I'm looking for first-time callers, too. If you are a first-time caller, we will move you to the front of the line. If you went to the movie screening last night of Emmanuel, what did you think? Do black people forgive too easily? Man, when they took Dylan Roof to go get a Burger King Whopper, think about that, a Whopper. This is the same town that Walter Scott was shot 6 times in the back by white. And we talking about forgiveness. We forgave him before he was in jail. Before he had his first court case, he had forgiveness from black folks. Do we forgive too easy? 312-374-8130.
May is Health Awareness Month. Fact.
I want to see Dylan Roof in a skirt and high heels with a big black boyfriend.
That's not gonna happen because he's on death row. So that's basically solitude. You're not next to the general population.
Until a guard with a key says we got a date y'all. You gotta watch Sons of
I ain't
Anarchy.
asking them to break rules.
You just in jail. They bring.
I said, I go rules.
But I'm saying in jail, they don't break rules. I mean, how do we keep catching these people with drugs? How do people get pregnant in jail? Let me just tell you.
Miracles.
Okay, right. The virgin birth, they be practicing.
Yes.
So you got the camera.
Yeah, okay. They may break a few rules.
Just a few.
But yeah, actually,
You got to break something.
I remember my seatmate who had been to jail, and he's the first person who told me. I guess at this point I don't know, I'm 30 something, 32, 33. And he was the first guy who told me that the guards and the prisoners have relations. And for the guards, it's like, it's an easy thing, because the guards know that at least the women prisoners, I guess he was talking about it, he says they know that they've gone through medical. They know exactly what's going on with them. They know the doctor report, or they know what medicine they're taking, whatever it is. So for them, it's like, well, this isn't even really much of a problem. Now, getting pregnant part, that could be a problem. I actually saw that in Orange is the New Black. But I don't think Mays' wish about Ruth is going to happen. It's just him being in a cell, getting a little free time, but not really. I don't think they really put him in the general population now. Just waiting for, I'm assuming he'll have appeals and all that stuff. All that stuff to play itself out. But it was a good turnout, and I think people were moved by the film, and Miss Rose Simmons, her father was one of the victims. She's been traveling with the film. This is the first time it's been shown in Chicago, but it's been shown in some other cities. And she's been, I guess, working with other groups to, I guess, about awareness and forgiveness. Because as Mays was talking about, forgiveness is really a big part of the film and the church and the whole story. And she is helping spread that, even though in the movie there were some people who were like, no, there's no way. No way I'm forgiving them. But for her and some of the others, forgiveness is really what they're taking away from this. They don't want to take bitterness to the grave with them. Such a sad event, and like May said, just earlier, a black man had been shot in the back 5 times, running away from the police. And the police knew he didn't have a weapon. The police didn't really know anything about the guy. He just shot him in the back. It's horrible. And of course, that just speaks to the feeling of black people being criminals and dangerous and all that stuff that we talk about all the time. I think we are back. We're back in black.
We get tired coming out of the shell.
What shell? I'm too old to have a shell now. I had a shell once. It was lonely, huh?
I apologize. Meet me, believe me. I apologize. Wrong. So I sing you a song. I'm trying to get through. Operator, What up, Double J? Salim, what up? The way they shouted and the way that I screamed. Yeah, well, not safe to treat my Betty that way. I apologize. You are tuned in to Talk Chicago 1690 AM. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host Todd Stroger, and Todd, we are asking the social media question of the day. Are black people too forgiving? I want to go to the phone lines. Well, first of all, Todd, let me get you to answer the question. Are black people too forgiving?
I won't say black people are too forgiving, but I do think that they don't realize that after something happens, or even before, that we should, I always go back to saying, we should be more organized. We know there's an enemy, we know they're always out to get us. We should be organized against it. Just like you're always saying, I just don't think it's going to come down to fighting in the streets with guns or anything, but we need to be more organized, and that would help curb a lot of stuff that happens to us.
All right, let's go to the phone lines. I am gonna go. I'm gonna say go straight down the line, but let's start with Jeff. Jeff, you on the Talk Chicago 1690? What's up, my man? Are black people too forgiving?
Brother Mays and Brother Stroge, it's good to see you boys last night.
You too, my brother.
Hey man, real talk though. I gotta be honest, man. I want to get up and leave when them Negroes start talking that forgiveness stuff. First of all, to me, it's like an insult, and I think it just reinforces in white people's minds where you people really don't, love yourself. You have no self-esteem. You don't value yourself like they value themselves. Because honestly, if they know what they really deserve and what they really got coming, but the fact that, but you have them type of like Negroes that we saw last night, they want to forgive and create all these beautiful moments. I mean, after something so horrendous and so tragic, then they show the pictures of black people swinging in the air and whites down there smiling like, it's a state fair. It was horrendous. But I think for ultimately though, and also too, black people that they read that book, and even in the book it talks about how not everybody's going to make it to the kingdom, but yet they think they want to save everybody, and all it does is it hurts our progress. And we'll never really, black people, be together if you have them type of Negroes, those that want to forgive and love, and those that want to move us forward. We'll never make it. Thanks, brother.
Thanks, Jeff. Let me go to Jamal. Jamal, you on the Talk Chicago 1690?
How you doing, Mace?
Man, I was feeling some kind of way last night, man.
But check this out. It's interesting because I say yes and no. When I say yes and no, I think it breaks down between gender and age. Older black people are typically more forgiving than younger black people. And I know that people may get mad at this, but a lot of times, especially older black women are a lot more forgiving than older black men. Like, your granddad, like, you listen to your granddad, he's like, your granddad usually like, oh man, F them, such and such and such and such. Your grandmother was always tend to be more, oh baby, we got to do this and do that. So I think it's gender, and I think it's age, and I also think that even if it, whatever, with ourselves, we don't have, there's no boss. We don't forgive ourselves for nothing.
Man.
A black person do something to another black person, oh man, we coming for the judgment.
That I agree with you. See, I think it's well-trained slavery affects the slavery. Let's go to Shauna. Shauna, you on the Talk Chicago?
Hey, well-trained affects the slavery. That's something. Okay, let me just say this. As a Christian, you are supposed to forgive. If the idea is that you are a Christian and you want to instill those Christian values upon yourself, you are supposed to forgive. Now, that means you're supposed to have a forgiving heart, and that cuts all different ways. I don't think it's more gender or not. I think it's just what our value system is. It has nothing to do with slavery and just this and the other. The idea of forgiveness is strong. I forgive you. It's nothing you can hold upon me. So if I say, I forgive you, brother, what can you can't hold nothing upon me. That forgiveness is very strong. I just think, last week you talked about the value system of the black people and, and being back in the church. But part of that is forgiveness. And that's a hard and very challenging thing to do for people. But once you do it, that power is strong. There's nothing nobody can hold against you. So I can't be upset with somebody else forgiving somebody because that's what's in their heart. But that's what we're supposed to do. That's the Christian way. That we are supposed to forgive, and that's how I was raised. And that's part of the value system.
Thank you. Mama D. You know what? I gotta go to traffic news and the weather, but when we come back, I'm gonna continue this conversation because y'all killing me. I sound like do black people forgive too easily? They ain't even said they sorry yet. Y'all like, I forgave you. And he be like, oh, well, they don't mind when we kill y'all. Let's kill them again. We'll be back after traffic and the weather.
The talk of Chicago and the voice of the nation.
That's our way. That's the Christian way. Same slave master putting that.
You know what the Irish said? They forgive, but don't forget.
Take a moment, share the broadcast. Are black people too forgiving? Also, answer the poll question. Take a moment, share the broadcast. Also, I want to encourage everybody, get your tickets to the What's in It for the Black People fundraiser next week. We'll also clear up on air any confusion. There's 2 flyers that are out. Oh my God. Please take a moment, share the broadcast, share the broadcast, share the broadcast. Who's rocking with me? What's up, Merle Pettis? What up, Alvin? I think I got you. Carmen Coburn. Let's go to the newest people. What up? I got you, Beulah. What up, Denise? What up, Quasi? It's like they use the same Bible to tell you to forgive while they beating you. Think about the white racist Christians go to church and they leave church and come kill y'all. And then you leave church and be like, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. They know what they doing. They killing your ass. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. All right, well, just let me help you, God. Can you share? See, what about the Crusades? What about all of that good stuff? Yeah, no Big O today. I think Big O on the golf course in the islands. I saw him and Richard Dent on Instagram with a cruise ship behind him.
Yeah. I have a friend, Warren Ellis, who grew up in the war and he used to work for People's Gas. He had a picture of him at the airport with Richard and Otis, so they definitely were going somewhere. And I guess.
I know Warren.
Yeah.
Like Asian? Malaysian?
Yeah, exactly.
You like Tiger Woods?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I guess he's got a nickname, Mr. Fuji, for some reason. Yeah, so Otis and Richard are out enjoying the sun, and just like that, I'm sure they're golfing, having a little break.
I apologize. I need a vacation.
I need a vacation also.
I need a trip to an island or somewhere hot with some sun and some fun. I think that I'm going to have to make that happen.
Yeah, me too. Maybe I'll go to Alabama.
Where?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to Alabama.
I heard that there's some really nice places in Alabama, like off the Gulf, like Gulf Coast. Like I heard that, like you can get some really nice big houses on the beach in Alabama in the Gulf Coast area.
I'm not like a sportsman type or anything, so that's probably not where I need to go.
Well, I don't want to be nowhere where it ain't. If I go to Alabama, I want to be in a. I don't want nowhere where the Klan can walk up and put a cross in the yard.
I'm more worried about mosquitoes right now.
Well, I think it would be dope to stay on the ocean though. Not sportsman wise. I'm saying just to be able to get up in the morning and walk out on the beach, have that be your view. You look over the Gulf. If you do decide you want to fish, you can fish from the beach or the pier. But like to have a nice house, to be sitting on the porch and be able to rock on the chair and look at the Gulf and look at the sun and you know what I'm saying? I think
it would be nice to get away from civilization.
And it's not that you're far away from, it's just more quaint, right? Like imagine going to Lake Geneva.
I just mean the urban.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I need a getaway. I'm like.
That's right. You don't have a getaway.
No, man.
A permanent.
I'm not there yet. I'm not there. I mean, I don't think that. I think I'm just now getting into the mindset of that.
That you can relax.
Well. The problem is, when do you have the, like, I'm concerned that if I bought a place, like, I had to be here in the mornings. When do I leave Friday morning, Friday after I get off, come back Sunday night, go to Michigan or go to Wisconsin or, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you would do as a stress reliever.
Yeah, what I would do is, what I actually would love to do is get a place in Florida. And like have a crib in Florida. No, one of the things I would love to do is just take a month, like rent a place in a different city for a month and just go for a month. Like grocery shop, like so you're not a tourist, you got a home, a place.
That's exactly what I mean, like what I like to do, like Mexico and Spain and stuff like that. Take one of those classes, what do they call those? Immersion class, and then go somewhere and stay for a month.
See, I wouldn't want to do that. I mean, I would just want to go somewhere because I feel like that's too much work to have to do all of that. Like, I would want to go somewhere, like, say, not Miami, but maybe Fort Lauderdale, right? Where it's close enough if you want to get action, you can, but it's slower. It's like you got all the beach. Like I was telling you, like, dude, he got a boat. Just docked in Florida. Call you, say you want to take the boat, you can go take it anytime you want to.
I got motion sickness.
Take a moment, share the broadcast. Share with your groups. Used to say, take your time, young man. Mama used to say, together. Mama used to say, save your life. You are tuned in to Talk Chicago 1690 AM. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger. But y'all know how we do at the top of the hour. Got to say what's up to the WVON Morning Show team. What's up to Annette Flournoy in the newsroom, as well as the Wonder Twins. That's right, Miss Sonia Escobar and Miss Sonia Tompkins. Todd, I got some stuff I want to talk about, but we are still on the social media question of the day. I want you to give us a call, 312-374-8130. The social media question of the day is, do black people forgive too easily? Todd, after watching Emmanuel, the story of the 9 people massacred in Emmanuel AME Church in Charleston, South Carolina, Todd, the forgiveness of black people is legendary. If you screw up, you want to get back in the game, go see the black people. You get accused of racism, go see the black people. We will be the first. Remember what anybody that get accused of racism, they got to be on 3-week penance. Then they either get one of our superstar leaders who guides them spiritually through the challenge, and then they are now rehabilitated, and now you are no longer a racist, no matter how many Negroes you done called us. And I'm not talking about Negroes.
Well, you're not really talking about black. You're talking about Christianity.
No, I'm talking about black Christianity. Because I don't see white preachers and white people on TV talk about, we must forgive. They be like, what's wrong with them people over there? And so to know that Dylan Roof walked into a historic church, the Church of Denmark Vesey, think about that. That's his church. That's church he playing the slave revolt. I mean, right?
Right.
He walked into that church. He did it because they call that the mother church. The mother church of the AME. It was the first black independent church.
No, he planned this.
And he had all the symbolism and all of it and what it was going to mean. And guess what? By the time while he was eating his his Whopper, we had already forgiven him. He didn't even hit the jail cell. And black people was like, I forgive you. I think it sends a terrible message to the rest of the white murderers. I do. I think that you should have pause. Todd, do you ever think people...
Nah, come on, mate. Now, you remember, everybody they weren't all in unison.
One person was like
there was actually 2 people in the end who were like, I don't forgive him.
Was it 2?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I don't know. But the ones that the white people put on TV was the ones saying, we forgive you. We had to see the movie to find out black people. Remember this part? Remember your boy when he did this? Remember your president when he came out with this? This is one of my most classic moments on the WVON.
How sweet the sound.
Do black people forgive too easily? I'm going to the phone lines. Frank, you're on Talk Chicago, 1690 AM.
Good morning, Brother May.
Good morning, Brother Frank.
My brother, you put it like this. Yes, if you are a Christian and believe totally in the King James Bible, yes, you are too forgiven. You have drank the Kool-Aid. Okay. Anyone that does not apply Abraham's theory of common sense, logic, and reasonable deduction to separate truth from falsehood to the Bible, you have been subdued and pacified. That book was written in 1611 and wasn't given to us for over 200 years later. As if to say, now you're ready for the Bible. In other words, the truth is, now the Bible is ready for you. Yes, it has the word of God in it. It also has falsehood in it. It also has statutes that has been manipulated, instructions to subdue you, to further enslave you spiritually, mentally, and psychologically. I don't have the time to go through the whole thing, but I can show you everything false that's in the Bible and everything that's true. Yes, you are too forgiven. Thank you, Brother May.
Thank you, Brother Frank. Now, you too forgiven. Don't say I'm forgiven, because I ain't forgave no daggone body. Let's go to Joseph. Joseph, you're on the Talk Chicago, 1690.
Yeah, well, peace to everyone, and greetings. And I want to tell you one thing. There's a certain segment who are like that, but I'm going to tell you, he would have never walked up in the mouth like that. He would have never walked up in there and think he was going to get out with that way. I just leave it at that.
I heard that. Thank you, Joseph. Let's go to Edmund. Edmund, you on the Talk Chicago, 1690. Are black people too forgiving?
Yes, they are. And I'm not one of them.
Talk to me, my brother.
You know, and this is in 92. And to this very day, I am not forgiving. I figure this. If you offend me, I'll offend you back. If you pluck my eye, I pluck your eye too. No. I think that, as you had said earlier, we've been programmed and trained to accept this so-called forgiveness. Yeah, there's a time when you forgive. You know, I have when my child did something wrong, I forgave him. You know, but I still punished him.
I heard you.
So to just forgive people because you say it's in a book that says forgive thy enemies, oh no. Because you got to read more in that book. Because there were times when they didn't forgive. You know, when they marched around and blew that trumpet and killed all them people in whatever town that was.
Jericho. That was Jericho. All right, but thank you, Edmund. Let me go to Mama D. Mama D on Talk Chicago, 1690.
Hey, good job. Good morning, good guy.
Thank you, and thank you for coming out last night. It was good to see you, Mama D.
The film changed my view. But I got three quick things to say. Jews say never forgive, and they say never forget. The slave mentality does not just love their enemies, they want their enemies to love them.
I'm with you.
And two, as founding president of the Emmanuel 9, June 17th coalition, the massacre happened on the 193rd anniversary of the hanging of Denmark, BC, and 34 other black men. So the homegrown terrorist knew exactly what he wanted to do. So instead of having the president up there singing Amazing Grace, we wanted him to exonerate Denmark, Nat Turner, and John Brown. So then he would have been showing some amazing grace. But finally, the word says, without the confessions of faults, there can be no forgiveness of sin. These people didn't even get to see their loved ones' bodies until the funeral. And finally, when Dylan Roof was on trial, he said these words, I have not shed not one tear for those 9 innocent people that I killed. And in addition to that, that was on page 26. And on the front page were the 4 black people, youngsters that did the hazing at the toilet seat hazing. They were on the front page. And Dylan Roof, and that statement was on page 26 in the USA Today newspaper. Thanks for taking my call.
Thank you, Mama D. Let me go to Rhonda. Rhonda, do black people forgive too easily?
Well, I would say, for me, I understand the mentality of where that came from, only because I'm from South Carolina, and that shooting, I know I went to school with one of the victims. So, personally, generally, yes, I would say we do forgive too quickly. But from listening to Rose's perspective last night, I understood where she came from. I'm not there yet, and I'm not that type of person. But like I said in the comments earlier, the forgiveness is not for the person who committed the crime. It is for the person, the victim of that, who's the person who had been offended. Only because you have to be able to let go to move on. And that's where she said it gets for the peace. Now, as far as her wanting to meet him, I think personally, from what I see, is useless because he looks like a person without a soul.
I gotta stop you right there. I'm sorry, because I gotta go to traffic and the weather. We'll be back. We are gonna continue this. Do black people forgive too easily? I just want to point something out though. The Jewish community is not forgiving Louis Farrakhan at all. Period. We'll talk about it more when we come back to Talk Chicago.
More of the morning show with Mace.
They not forgiving, and he didn't kill nobody.
Actually, I've always heard that as an Irish thing, not a Jewish thing. But
What?
That doesn't mean I'm right.
What?
Forgive, but don't forget.
Mine is don't forgive, don't forget.
Yeah, don't forget generally means it's more of that pirate's victory thing where everybody just fights forever. But I don't know. I know I wouldn't be able to forgive him. I don't mean all that. I'm Christian or not. We are old world people too, and there is the Old Testament for us. And actually, the Old Testament, I think she got that wrong about the Jews and forgive and forget. Forgive and not forget. Because the Old Testament is pretty much more the Mosaic law, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. I do believe it's more the Christianity. It was probably the Irish that she was thinking about.
He need to be spread eagle every night.
I know, right? And that's when they came up with they know that the sentence that they was trying to use was that he was crazy. Right? And they was like, oh no, we ain't doing this crazy stuff.
Right. That would let him stay in prison for the rest of his life, maybe.
They was like, oh no crazy stuff.
Yeah.
We ain't falling for that.
And they transferred him to Terre Haute.
Right.
There's some brothers in Terre Haute. Take a moment, share the broadcast. Share the broadcast. What up? Let me see who's here. What up, brother Donald? What up, Kang? What up, Alvin? What up, Nicole? What up, Hassan El Amin? What up, Remy? What up, G Collins? WJ? No, she was trying to meet with him. What up, Daryl Wallace? What up, Randy Span? What up, Sonia Escobarzi? What's up, Dion Steele? Shout out to Heritage Cafe. I can't see who the people are. Todd, are you watching the show? I want to see if I could get you to, you should log in, Castle.
I was watching that show earlier.
I'm trying to get you so I could split the screen.
Back. Way back.
What up to everybody on YouTube? To the YouTube family, I know I'll be forgetting y'all sometimes. What up, Sheila? What up? What up, VBM? What up, Anthony West? What up, Asia Black? What up, Ebony Tillman? What up, Terrence Scott? What up, Andrea Bolton? What up, Corp? The phone number to call in is 312-374-8130. What up, Diane Scott? What up, Jacqueline Sparks? Kenneth Powell? What up, TT? What up, A-Rob? Y'all got all these fake names on all these profiles. I don't know who none of the people are on YouTube I'm talking to. So, yes, I got you, T. Open arms. So,
taking up too much space.
You stay there. Perfect, perfect. You are tuned in to the Top of Chicago, 1690 AM. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. That is Open Arms. Gotta say what's up to my man, Todd Stroger.
Mariah Carey, yeah, man, I just don't, I just don't get her like everybody else.
What?
I know she's.
Oh, you better hush, hush, hush,
She got a voice.
hush. She got everything.
But
Hush.
she screams a lot. No, she got a lot.
I love me some Mariah Carey. But you know what? We talk about, we are asking our black people to forgiving. It's the social media question of the day, going a little long. And as I was I was listening to Sonya sing this song. I was watching her.
And she was singing it all.
And all her arms was open. Then I look up and I see Annette. She doing her thing. And then I hear
It was religious fervor.
I'm like, dag nabbit. I knew it. Once I see the women all on the glass, and then Sonya fixing her hair, all type of stuff. You know what? It is Big Otis Wilson in the building.
Good morning,
Big O.
Good morning.
Hey y'all. So let me start here. First of all, Big O, it's good to have you back. We were looking for you last week. All of our thoughts, hearts, and prayers were with you. And our condolences, as we know that you lost your brother last week. And I'm going to tell you, the WVON family was inbox. What do we need to do? What can we do? How can we help? Big O, but we want to make sure you know that our love and support went out to you and your family all last week.
Well, I certainly appreciate all you guys.
Man, well, it is good to have you back. And I'm going to tell you, I had put you in the promo yesterday, and then I looked at the Facebook, Instagram, and I see you and Richard Dent. Then I see all the Chicago Bears world famous people responding, and then I see you and Richard, and it's a cruise ship in the back. I see y'all with shorts and golf clubs, and I was like, oh, I think
that's not Lake Michigan.
Right, that ain't Lake Michigan.
That was DR.
It was a DR. Oh Lord.
Yeah,
So
that was a well-deserved and well-needed trip. I certainly had to get away, and it done me some good. Richard said, "Oh, come on," he just took me and just helped me through the process.
Big O, well, that is why it is so good to have good friends. And you know what? When it was great to see, Big O was like, when I see y'all too, and I saw y'all with the boat in the background, and I was like, you know what? One day, I'm gonna be like the big guys. Because I'm going to tell you, it's awesome, always great to look at you. It is a thing when you look at your childhood heroes, though, right? And you be like, I know him, right? I'm like, I know them for real. All right. So anyway, Big O, I don't know if you know or you weren't there yesterday, but we did a screening of the movie Emmanuel, produced by Steph Curry and Viola Davis. It was the story of the massacre of the 9 people in the church in Charlottesville. Right. Not in Charlottesville, in Charleston. Yeah. And Dylan Roof, the white boy who went in, shot him while they were praying, and then they took him to go get a Big Mac. And the thing, Big O, was that they forgave the boy before he never apologized, and before they even captured him, they had apologized. And then when we had the Rose Simmons, and she was on the stage with us, and she was like, I forgive him. I want to know, do you think black people forgive too easily?
I think sometimes they do. For some reason, we have been conditioned, to keep moving on. That this happened to you, it was a tragedy, but, we had really I was thinking about it on my way here, and they put them in a position back then where they had no recourse anyway.
Right.
They had to go on. So they had to kind of, suppress it.
And when you say they, we talking about slaves.
Black folks.
Black folks, right.
Yeah, black folks. And, when you look at the Bible, I heard a gentleman saying falsehood and all that stuff. that's a hard one, because I'm not gonna be easy to forgiving nobody for doing stuff like that. Some things you do forgive, but some things it's just hard.
See, I truly believe, and I talk about this a lot, and I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but I do believe that slaves were conditioned, and I do believe that Christianity was part of the conditioning. We were taught a form of passive Christianity. These are the same people that used crusades, strapped a cross on and grabbed a sword, and went to go hack up the Middle East, and went to go and use the Bible to conquest, use the church to go in as the tip of the spear, and then they was going to convert the crazy people to the Lord and bring them to the Lord, and they used that to subject them. And all the time, I just felt like when I was listening to it, I could hear a slave after being beaten, maligned, whooped, and really then when you get up and be mad, somebody got a shotgun to your head. And so you got a choice right then, and you say, well, I'm going back to work and then and that rage and that anger that you feel, the only way you can really express it is in a church, right? So you go into church and it becomes the place where they kind of condition you to accept your state of affairs. And at the same time, white folks are going to church on the top of the hill. And they go into a church that say, look, y'all, we got to keep on pushing this Bible to them, because if these fools start counting, remember, see, there's a reason they don't never want you to count. Because if you start counting, you say 10,000 is more than 500. And we got 10,000 of us, it's 500 of them. And I think this Christianity was used as a tool to subjugate black people. I'm not saying that Christianity is a bad thing, but in its practice to us, it taught us to be fearful of money. Man, you go to white church, them people get rich. They ain't telling nobody, because they know they need people to be. We be like, everything we talk about in church tells us we gonna get ours when we die. When we all get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing that will be. No, all of our songs is in the future.
Well, the problem is that white people, the white nations, they didn't actually practice Christianity, not as it is stated in the Bible. So,
well, they showed us. They sure got us sold on something. I don't know, man. All right, let's go to the phone lines. I'm going to get y'all. Oh, I got to go. I'll take one call. Dang rabbit. Let me go to Mike. Mike, you want to talk Chicago?
What's up, man?
What's up, Mike?
Hey, look, generally speaking, I think our folks are too forgiving. Personally, I'm a lifelong atheist.
Ooh.
I've never had that attribute, that character strength. I've always been an eye for an eye type of guy. And I'm going to tell you, that Dylan Roof, unless I had his body in the street, and I still wouldn't forgive him. That's the only thing I'd have for that white boy.
I'm going to tell you, I keep telling y'all.
Eye for an eye is actually an Old Testament thing.
Okay, well,
it's from the Torah.
I'm rocking that. I'm rocking with that, right? That's what I'm rocking with, because I'm going to tell you, I keep telling y'all, I want Dylan Roof. Until I see Dylan Roof in high heels with tube socks and a boyfriend named Bubba with a big old hug on his face, I'm not satisfied. I want him to go to the electric chair, say, I miss my boo. And her boo be a brother. It's the Talk of Chicago 1698.
Live from the WVON.
Adabisi. I want him to get. Did you watch? If you watched Oz, they had a scene like that with Adabisi. Oh my God, that was probably one. That if it was a scene in my life that made sure I ain't never going to jail, it was that scene. He had that dude. This dude came to jail. He put him in the cell. By the end of the show, this dude had on tube socks, high heels, and a negligee, and was dancing. And I was just like, oh, I'm never going. My voice is not deep enough.
Not me.
Well, if he's in the general population, he's going to be the area nations. They
got to get to him.
They're going to be like, hey, this is the greatest guy in the world. They're gonna lift them up.
Yeah, but it depends. It's still all about math, right? Aryans, white people don't outnumber black people in jail. If the brothers say we taking that, which y'all want to go to war for
I don't
that?
think it works that way in jail.
How does it work, Todd? When last time you went?
When's the same time you went?
No, I've been. You ain't.
No, you've been to
Count.
you've been to jail. You haven't been to prison.
I ain't going.
Yeah, prison is a totally different thing.
They've been in a holding cell. Huh?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You been to hold this up?
Hell no.
Oh, we got sandwiches.
Ain't going to hold cell. But I do know I ain't going to prison. 'Cause, man.
No, yeah. Because I would say the weak die off and the strong survive.
Man.
You know what a guy said who went to prison? He said, every day you have to always make a decision. And if something happens, am I killing somebody? Because violence can happen just like this.
Right.
And once it happens, you gotta make a choice.
What side you on?
That's right.
And keep your back to the wall.
That's right. Yeah. Gotta fight or be killed. So
Fight or flight.
yeah. Well, you know.
We know we're in flight there. You can't run back to your cell.
Nope.
Oh man.
That's right, because the jail guards are keeping you out there. Like, no. Everybody's got to stay here till we calm this
But
down.
that's what I was saying about even in the death row joint, right? Like it's a key. Like all you gotta see is what was the one with the Khalif Browder? How they would open up the cell and let mugs in to whoop you.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like you ain't right. When you go in solitary confinement, that don't mean you safe. It just mean the guards are the only one with the key to come in there. But if the guards say click, go on handle your business.
Yeah.
Ain't no camera in that cell. They put a little, you dig? Hour later, man.
You don't know what happened.
I don't know how it happened. I didn't need a Bible to teach me whether I should defend myself. Right, man. I just think that the trick of the enemy get you to put your weapon down. Don't you use your weapon. Man, Big O, we needed you. Did we talk to Big O about that last week? No, we didn't talk to you. Big O, should transgender athletes, we saved that question for you too. We saved it for you last week.
Oh, right, that's right,
And
that's
Todd, we said, should transgender athletes be able to compete in the sport that they now identify as? And then I asked Todd, I said, you think if it was a transgender running back, what would Big O do? He said, he'd chase him down like a deer.
Oh,
Jesus.
Give it out concussion protocol. There's no place for it, man. I mean, and believe it or not, you got a lot of them in there.
In the league?
Yeah, there's some in there. Believe that.
Really?
It's not transgender.
But cross-dressers.
And yeah. But they don't.
Oh, yeah, but
they don't reveal themselves.
A gay person can be just as tough as a non-gay person and can whip your butt and kill you just like everybody else. They can be strong and they can be old strong.
Yeah.
I'm not debating that. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not arguing with you.
Who's that kid that came out a couple of years ago?
From Missouri.
Missouri.
Mike Adam.
Yeah.
Sam or
Yeah, Adam. Yeah.
He came out and then he said the gay community used him because once he didn't make the league, they kicked him to the curb.
Right.
Man, he's still black, ain't he?
Right. See, there y'all go. They said you do look like you shrunk. They said Todd looked like he just got out the dryer and sitting next to a Big O. Oh my God, y'all do look like epically.
That's all right, because my feeling is if trouble breaks out,
get behind.
Oh, that's exactly
right.
Because I believe he'll protect all of us as much as possible, to the best of his ability.
Give me your weapon and get behind me.
We gonna slap that door for me, would you?
Actually, Dwight Smith, he's played for the Cubs.
Mm-hmm.
He said he was walking through, is Yankee Stadium, was that in the Bronx?
Yeah.
Yeah, walking through the Bronx with Andre Dawson, and he said, man, he looked up at Andre and he's like, man, I feel safe.
Andre Dawson, big dude.
He's still a baseball player.
Huh? You say he's a baseball player?
He's still a baseball player.
You are tuned in to the Talk Chicago 1690 AM. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Ty Stroger's in the studio. AM Big O is in the building. I don't know if we can see through the windshield because all the women are plastered to the window. Big O comes in and the whole gang. Stop blowing kisses. This is my show. This is the Mace Jackson show. I come in and I lose all the attention when you walk in. It's like all the air goes out of the room, no oxygen. Drop the air mask, drop the mask. I'm in the building. Y'all know. All right, y'all. Now check this out. I'm gonna move on after this because we got to talk about Farrakhan and Father Flake, who is officially the real king of the black people now. For real though, Big O. He the king of the black people. Ain't no black king, ain't no black leaders stood up for Minister Farrakhan. Hey, you ain't seen nobody. Ain't nobody did a press conference. Man, they writing stories about Donald Trump. Usually, I ain't seen them, nobody. We gonna talk about that. But let's see, it's your friends. How many? You know what? It's either friends. How many of us have them, or you find some of your friends by Jody Watley. That's what I want. Friends by Jody Watley. We'll let you down. Friends will be up. We gotta find that one. All right. And then use the Rakim, get the Rakim remix too. All right, let's go to the phone lines. Brother Ball, you on Talk Chicago 1690. Brother Ball, you better get back closer to your, get your Bluetooth. We're gonna come back to you. Oh, there you go. Go, there you go.
I got a question.
Uh-oh.
Ex-preacher son.
Uh-oh.
What is the definition of an armor bearer?
The person, Big O. Big O. Right.
Is he armed? Is he supposed to watch over the collection plate? Like, what is the purpose of an armor bearer in the black churches? Because this don't go on in other churches. And I heard they do have weapons in other churches, except our church. Is it a real definition of an armor bearer? Do they have a purpose?
You know what? So I'm going to be honest with you. I always saw it as the picture on the wall, and they showed you the armor bearer, and he had a shield, and it was supposed to protect you from the sins of the world. You know what I'm saying? Then you had your sword that was supposed to... But see, we forget about all that. Then our Bible...
Those two, though, names, you know what that goes back to? That's Constantine. Onward, Christian
soldiers marching off to war with the cross of Jesus going on before.
Now, Jesus is supposed to look like us. Me, you, Ty, more so me, because I got dreads, I'm scared. You know what I mean? And do you know Killer Mike? This on the last drop I'm going to drop on y'all for the Friday. Killer Mike got his little episode, a webisode on Netflix. And he talked to Creflo Dollar. And Creflo Dollar admittedly said that most of the congregation would rather see a white man up there portrayed as Jesus than the black man that we read about. Isn't that something?
No, man, they taught us a long time ago self-hate, and we had that white Jesus in front of us, so that's why we said
What do you expect out of people who are giving their money to Creflo Dollar?
Hey, man, shoot, Creflo Dollar ain't the only one, though. Hey, let's shoot. Y'all be trying to play Creflo Dollar. Look, if y'all I don't tithe to nobody. But Joe Osteen, TD Jack, all of them get that bag. Everybody, they know they got lollipops. Sean, you on Talk Chicago 1690.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I just wanted to say, before you had went on commercial, that you were making about Dylan Roof, how you would like to see him. And I can understand you feeling that way because so many of our innocent young men that's been sent to jail and some of them, things like that happen to them. But I just want to say that when people think that way, I truly do believe that, and I can understand people saying about the slave mentality kind of thing, but that is something that is, you have to be, if you're born and raised in a church and your beliefs are like that,
that's just something that nobody else can touch. It's a power, that helps you. And God helps. He wants you to forgive people. That's just what it's all about.
Does God want you to forgive people, or did the people that taught you about God tell you that He wanted you to forgive people because they didn't want you to be mad for what they was doing? I feel you. Let's go to Michael. Michael, you want to talk Chicago?
Hey, good morning, Brother Mays.
Good morning, Brother Mike.
All right, Todd.
Good morning.
Wilson.
Good morning.
Oh, okay, check this out, man. Let's go a little deeper, because I think we naturally forgiving people. But what about when we weren't slaves? What about when we were kings and queens for real? Everybody talking about this slavery and all that stuff. What about before that? Because my bottom line is we are forgiving people, but we don't take full advantage of what opportunities that we have. When we take full advantage of our own opportunities, trust me, we're going to continue to forgive people. Ain't nothing wrong with forgiving, but what we have to do is take advantage of the opportunities that we have right now today, and that's us all looking out for one another.
All right. Thank you, Brother Michael. And then, Karen, you got the last one on this one.
Hello, kings and queens.
Come on,
hello, my boy Mike. Hell no. Stop forgiving. Read your Bible and you'll understand God smote people. The reason why we living in the time we living in is because Saul went in there and he didn't kill up the king, the whole town. That's what we living in. If we read deeper into the word, kill and murder are two different things. We need to start killing those that's murdering us. And let me say this to the lady that hung up about power. Power is the ability to serve up a consequences for those that trespass you. You better wake up and get deeper to that Bible. Remember the birth of a nation. When he started reading deeper, he went out and killed the ones that's murdering him. No, forgiveness is for punks, and I want to know what is a real Christian. Have a great day.
Oh, wait. She said God smoked people. She said God, that's Sister Karen. Now I'm gonna tell y'all. As we talk about forgiveness, and I'm gonna transition. As we talk about forgiveness and everything, and first of all, we don't forgive black people. Black people do not forgive black people. We'll give white people 50 chances to whoop your tail 50 ways from heaven and hell and be like, and you think you get points because you was big enough to forgive the white folks. They going home with your money, they got your whole, they took your land, took your kids, tore up everything you got, went home, and you feel good about yourself saying, I could forgive you, as you trying to find a way to make it for yourself. Stop being lollipops. Now, let me also bring this up. Minister Louis Farrakhan. I'm going to be honest with you. The man is 86 years old. Probably had the largest positive gathering of black males in my lifetime. Million Man March. I don't really see the minister out attacking people, etc. But let me just say this. He may have offended some people. But do you see any Jewish people talking about forgiving him at all? Not one. I haven't heard anybody say, not for all the good that he's done, for all the positive things that he's done in the black community. You ain't heard one Jewish person get up and say, I think we should forgive Minister Farrakhan. Now, for what, I'm not exactly sure. Because if somebody said he tried to make some distinctions and nuance and all of that good stuff. But I don't, when white folks get an enemy, they lock in. And until you are obliterated, until you are Todd, you ever been an enemy of white folks?
Me?
Yeah.
What made you think that?
Maybe that last county board run, right?
That's the first thing popped up in my head.
What, you trying to say these scars in my life mean something?
Exactly, Master Toby.
Right. My thing is, you black people stand up and they convince you to lay down. They stand up and say it's their right. Y'all seen Braveheart? Have you ever seen a white movie with the white hero conceding and saying, we forgive the people that did this to us? Ever watch a Mel Gibson from The Patriot to Braveheart to any movie that he got,
They take him out.
they like, we getting our revenge. We're going to get even. But we ain't gonna stay behind. Look, y'all,
Hey,
we too forgive.
what you don't know about that movie? Yeah, forget the movie. In real life, I think they capture him and they quarter him, which basically means they cut off his head and all his legs and arms. And then they drag you down the street.
I know, but he died fighting. It's like what the white folks say, give me liberty, give me death.
He died because they caught him.
I got you. But he died. They caught him fighting for his people.
Yeah, but they got him because he was fighting. That's right.
Exactly. But meanwhile, right? And then they got their independence. Look, y'all, let's talk Chicago 1690. We come back, we're going to talk about Farrakhan and the true king of the black people, Father Flavor. We'll be back.
May is Health Awareness Month. Fact.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, they went medieval on him.
Man, did you see? I thought in the movie, they disemboweled him. In the movie, they disemboweled him.
Yeah,
That's a scary.
They quartered him and I
Right, they
believe
cut off
he
every limb and sent it to different parts.
Now,
but first they drag you down the street behind some horses.
I thought
just so everybody can notice.
Okay, I thought that
This will happen to you.
That's right. Yeah. But you want some of this? See, when I was thinking about when they had him on the table and dude laid out all of them weapons, I thought that they had stuck the joint in his and were pulling his intestines out from internal. So like when they disembowel you, they put it in, twist, and pull it out all from inside of you. You're still alive, right? Then they draw and quarter you. Now the draw and quarter I used to know about was the draw and quarter where they tie your limbs. They tie 1, 1, 1, 1 and send the horses, and then you go and.
Yeah.
I watched. Can I tell y'all what I was watching this movie though? And the craziest thing I saw, it was like about the it was it was the Spanish Inquisition.
Well, they were
So it was the Spanish Inquisition. So the torture that they put for this one lady who was a Protestant or whatever, they took a stone, like a rock, like this big, and they put it on the ground, and then they made her lay her spine on it. Then they put like a heavy brick on her, like a heavy ass piece of concrete on top of her.
Like
so
a slab, yeah.
Right. So now her spine is on right. And then they take 50-pound weights and put them. If she don't answer, they drop another 50 pounds on the motherfucker on the joint.
Yeah.
Dog, it's like
I want to know how do you decide whose idea? Your job is to figure out how we torture people.
Can I tell you?
Why did they pick that guy?
I'm gonna tell you though, so
That's
I can.
Creative stuff, man.
I'm gonna tell you, so I can tell you, cause when I was after I pledged the like when I crossed, and we had our line, I used to sit in freaking history class and be like, I am going to make them do this.
That's why I can't stand college.
I was like, I'd be like, they are going to drink a bottle of hot sauce each. Scratch that Tabasco, right? And then you come in. Can you imagine me walking into a session with a bottle of Tabasco sauce, like the big monster bottle, and it's like, you got to finish it before you get to the end. First mug, I used to be like,
But is it possible?
Oh, it's possible. Everything is possible.
No, it is not.
Oh, it's possible. The outcome.
Become the mind.
The outcome. It's the outcome. One time I had are we back? My best friend, when I first found out about habanero peppers, I bet him that he would not chew 2 habanero peppers, chew them in his mouth for a minute, not swallow.
Now, how are you?
Huh?
No, it's wrong. Joaquin.
Oh. Oh!
Now it's raining.
you. Can't then. I love Jody Watley.
Yeah, me too.
I need to hear when they say, friends. Friends will let you down. Friends will be around when you need them most. Where are your friends? Friends won't go to find friends. Your friends. You are tuned into Talk Chicago 1690. Your mom, your host, Mace Jackson. Got my man, Ty Stroger. And
that rap is it's just as good as Heavy D with Janet Jackson. I mean, with somebody jumping in your song.
Heavy D.
Yeah.
Janet Jackson. Oh, look at you, Ty. Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you. I'm going to tell you what, though.
Come on, Mr. Hip Hop.
Mr. Hip Hop.
that.
Actually, I do remember that. But, you know, I loved this because do y'all remember when Jody Watley was like, she left Shalimar and she started putting out, man, I used, Big O, you knew Jody Watley? You probably met her when you was in L.A.
Well, I just met her. I don't know her.
Oh, okay. Look at Big O say, I met her. I don't know her. It is the WVON Morning Show. Ladies, stop it. Get off the glass. Get off the glass. Everybody fixing themselves up. Friends, they'll let you down. Friends won't be around when you need them most. Where are your friends? Last week, man, the minister Louis Farrakhan, the black man that I say is probably the most fearless black man in the country. He was banned last week from Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. And in that banning, they accused him of hate speech. Now, I believe that Minister Farrakhan, whenever anybody black has been in time of trials and tribulation, when they have been under assault by white power threats, someone is going to do something to a black person, the first person to step up and say, no, you're not, is Louis Farrakhan. There will be a deployment of Fruit of Islam. There will be a strongly worded statement that would say, not on my watch, as Arya Stark would say, not today. But when that assault came, when Facebook banned him, I assumed that for all that he had done, that there would be a plethora of civil rights and black leaders and icons rushing to the forefront. I think about any time Minister Farrakhan calls something, there would be all the rappers and everybody would be trying to take their picture and be right there, and you know what I'm saying? But now it seems like in this time in the world when Mark Zuckerberg says you are banned from Facebook, everybody got quiet. Nobody said a word. Right here in Chicago, we have civil rights icons. Icons. Not a word, not a peep. And, you know, I have talked about Father Flager ad nauseum. You know I'm a little sarcastic. I like Father Flager. I'm not going to trip. Right? But can I tell you what, Father Flager, real talk, for all the other people that will whisper and Father Flager will pick up the phone and be like, Brother Mace, you have a problem, feel free to stop on by the office. I'm like, you trying to call check me? No. But what I can always count on is Father Flager will pick up the phone and call. He won't allow there to be misunderstandings or whatever. And so when I saw Father Flager as the only person who welcomed Louis Farrakhan to speak from his pulpit, I just knew yesterday when I saw the pictures, there would be a plethora of civil rights leaders and icons and people who were standing by, not even if you didn't agree with Minister Farrakhan, but just for the right of free speech as Father Flager did. Yet I saw nothing, no one, nobody.
Well, I would say this, first and foremost. If they came to his defense, they felt as though they would be shunned as well. so they're scared to come to the defense. Because I listen to your minister, and a lot of times, he just tells you what really you don't know. And it's up to you to decipher where you're going to stand. And they've always painted him as hate or racist or this and that. But, he, a lot of times he tell the truth.
Big O. And so this is my point. See, my point is this. I always say that we can't allow white folks to determine who our heroes and our leaders are.
True.
And we cannot allow them to erase. And so basically my concern is that, we see these people who they will run to the front for anything else. Let it be. We got people running to the front for Asians getting beat up on the airplane. We got people running to the front to make sure that babies from across the border can get a place where our people can't work. But nobody but Father Flager?
Yeah.
Nobody but Father Flager? I want to go through the list of all the people who was on the stage at the Million Man March. And then I want to know, because when it's a million black people, it's a big stage, a lot of mics, all the cameras, everybody with you. I want to go through that list and see how many stood up with them. When we come back, we're going to continue this. Plus, we'll talk about the Asian invasion. It's the Talk Chicago 1690. All right.
Food here.
Come on, y'all. Y'all want to try some
Food.
sandwiches? Some sandwiches from Pamwiches? Some sandwiches. All right, here. I'm going to turn this camera in here, and we're going to go look and see what Pamwiches sandwiches. I'm going to tell y'all. Now, this turkey hoagie was off the chain. Is this some roast beef in there, too?
No, sir. It's not no roast.
What?
It's only turkey. I'm sorry.
I'm going to tell y'all what. I don't even eat turkey, but the turkey is off the chain. I don't. So y'all come get a sandwich, try it out if you like to try it.
Right now. I am excellent.
I don't like turkey, but I'm telling y'all now, the last time I had this sandwich, it was off the chain.
Yes.
I know you on phone.
This is Tamiko is also the president of What's in It for the Black People. Well.
You might have to say how funny you are.
These mugs are so good. I'm telling you. Wow!
Good morning to the lady that's running away. My name is Pamela Paramore. And I have Pamwiches. It's a company that I had over 20 years ago.
That's a good sandwich, ain't it? I don't even eat turkey, and I'm telling you that sounds good. It's all turkey. Get you one. Good one.
I'm not a turkey person. She got peppers. That's all I need.
That is the ultimate black. She made the ultimate black people sandwich. It's like a hoagie with all the flavor.
Oh my goodness.
Look, I'm telling you, that sounds good as hell, ain't it?
It's so good.
I hate turkey. But I'm gonna eat me another one of them sandwiches. All right, y'all. It's Pamwiches sandwiches.
7333 South Crandon.
Oh, it's a store. You got a.
I'm inside my home actually.
Okay.
Currently looking for a store for it.
Oh, we can help you get a storefront. You want to go to 55th and the day, right? I can get you some space now. I can get you a storefront. All right. Well, let me know what your budget is. We can help you with that. Hey, y'all know Tamiko Holt. She is the president of WIFTABA, one of the original Lions Den members and connector. She is also the president of Okamat Construction. They came together. We represent. We trying to. Cousins, friends will be around. Don't let you down. I'm telling y'all. So I'm about to go eat. You should talk to her about shouldn't get on the Urban Business Roundtable. Y'all, these sandwiches are off the fucking chain. That sandwich is good. When I had it the other day, I was like, she got a little flavor to it. What's on the sandwich?
Everybody tell you you're a JC.
If I tell you, I gotta kill you.
A lot of love, baby. A lot of love.
All
She said a lot of love.
I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it down on y'all. I want this with a roast beef though. If you do this with some salami, oh my God, I'm all over that. I want salami. If I can get this to be salami, I'm here to tell you, I'll be ordering these for family dinners, for family get-togethers, every party I have. Because I hate turkey.
You said that at the office.
I don't like turkey either.
Really? I can take turkey like every other day.
Yeah, I'm like, regular turkey.
Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving turkey.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that's what people think about when you hear church. You know what I'm saying? When I have to let a person know,
You know what? That's a Ravinia deal. You'd be like, give me a tray of that for Ravinia. Tell her to mix up.
John Kool-Aid.
Right.
Yeah, John Kool-Aid and that. We good to go. How's that lineup this year?
You know what? I want to see Lionel Richie.
Yeah.
It's like maybe.
Go for that.
It's maybe like 4 shows. I can't think of them all right now. But I'll give you the what you do. Man, that was not. I mean, I'm telling you. I'm trying to figure out what the
secret sauce.
So I'm gonna take that sandwich home. I'm gonna dissect it.
I never taste a sandwich like that.
Did you hear that?
I mean, yes. Most of they plain or.
He just said he ain't never tasted a sandwich like that. I mean, and I usually want to put some.
I'm just saying secret sauce, huh?
Yes. Kidding me right now?
Tell you, I gotta kill you.
So, can I just say something? Let me just tell y'all something. Get your ass out of my studio. I'm the star right here. They all standing around the corner like, ooh, look at Otis. Look at Otis. Get there. This is my damn show. They come up here. Nobody want to bring me no damn sandwiches. Otis comes. Now all of a sudden, everybody want to bring some damn sandwiches. Ain't been knowing me my whole damn, for 2 years I've been here, can't get a damn sandwich.
We'll ask for contact for her.
Okay.
Go ahead and then tell them the contact.
Go ahead.
Good morning again, good people.
Stay right, step back. Take a step back. All right, now say it.
Good morning again. You can reach me at 773-886-4946. The name of my shop is called Pamages. I'm at 7333 South Crandon.
See how you get that if you bring me some food? See, they ain't really bring it for me, though. They brought it for Big O. Look, they all looking around here.
I had no idea he was going to eat me.
Stop it. Tamiko did. Tamiko did. She ain't crazy.
Right.
She was like, uh-huh.
She never said who.
Well, I'm going to tell y'all what. That sandwich was great. Off the chain. You got a Super Bowl MVP. Not MVP, but you got a Super Bowl endorsement.
Can't wait to get back there and get some more.
Okay.
From Chicago, 1690 WVON. Rise and shine.
Hey, if I could get that on salami, though. If I could get a salami.
Put that sugar sauce on anything.
Man.
Yeah.
Did you try one of those sandwiches?
I'm so sleepy. You're going to dip it in your coffee. That's a new
See how this works?
Oh, wow, you're not kidding.
Never you by my side. Oh, every day for me, don't care for you. We're great. To comfort me. What you have done for me, you will always be. You will always be the girl in my life for all time. Mama, Mama, you know I love you. Ooh, you know I love you, Mama. Mama, you're the queen of my heart. Your love is like fruits from the stars. Mama, I just want you to know loving you is like food to my soul. You are tuned into the Talk Chicago 1690 AM. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my whole team in the building. Got to say what's up to Annette Flournoy in the newsroom, as well as the Wonder Twins, Sonia Escobar and Sonia Tompkins. I got my co-host, Todd Stroger in the building. Big O is in the building. And everybody, Mother's Day is coming up this weekend. And you know what? I think we got a little Mother's Day treat today. Because I think a Pemiches just slowed in here. And I'm telling you that if she would have hit me earlier, I think I would have got my mama a Mother's Day Pemiches sandwiches. Because she stopped there. Do you ever had a turkey sandwich? I don't even like turkey.
Tell you, she put something on there. I'm still thinking about it.
Big O,
I love turkey though.
You love turkey, Todd?
Yeah, and that was a great sandwich.
That was a great sandwiches. So you know what? Check out Pamich's sandwiches. She ain't give us no name because she busy doing something else. So they missing all of their promotion for it. So it's unfortunate, but y'all check out Pamich's sandwiches. It's the WVON morning show. Y'all, why is Father Flager the only person of stature that I've seen that stood up for Minister Farrakhan? I'm down for the minister. Yeah. We had a movie screening last night, so I couldn't be the thing. But I put my profile picture up. I don't deny my friends. I never have. It's part of my problems, how I get in trouble. But I just think, like, when you think about Minister Louis Farrakhan, whenever there's been trouble for black folks, he ain't never ran the other way. And so now I'm trying to figure out, why is no one running towards him? I got cousins and family members that say stuff that I don't necessarily always agree with, but y'all, you ain't finna do nothing to him.
Exactly.
You ain't finna do nothing to him. Yeah, he said it, and maybe I don't agree with what he said, but I'm gonna tell you what you ain't gonna do.
Well, I think it's, he had really, Flager had nothing to lose.
Explain what you mean.
Well, they're not going to do anything to him because he's one of them.
Now I see.
I love Father Flager. He's a good person. I mean, every time I see him, we embrace, we hug, we talk, and we try to get things, do some things. But he got the right paint job. He ain't gonna do nothing to him. But if you take our folks and you align yourself, as they say, with a hate. Now you're talking about a different equation.
See, because Father Flager gets the double bubble. See, he gets to be the champion of freedom, right? And a champion of free speech. And he gets the black street cred.
He get a pass.
Man. Do you think that Father Flager... See, man... See, and then after that, then he that's how he solidified his spot as the king. That's how he solidified his spot as the king, because y'all know he is the king of black people. Let's go to Eugene. Eugene, you're on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 AM. Why is Father Flager the only person only person of stature, standing up for Minister Farrakhan?
Oh man, we already know, my brother. First of all, I want to say good morning to you, mighty kings up there.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to my mighty people, man. I love y'all like God love me. But I want to get to this. Let's set this record straight with this whitey that it's a trick eating dog food. And like we gotta understand that Farrakhan is the truth, and any black man is the king of black people when they standing on truth. And you got a lot of robotic Negroes that's blocking the real true standards, the real people who gonna fight for the real black leaders who gonna fight for the people. It's a fear thing, and that fear is not of God, because the enemy has put so much fear in us that we're afraid. Like the lady, the last call came when she said, God, he ain't no joke. Our God ain't no joke. We serve a mighty God. But first of all, we must recognize, I ain't gonna be too long, bro, but first we must recognize we're a mighty race. Ain't nothing on this planet is more strong, is bright, is smarter than us. But we're giving our power to a weak
weak enemy that's feeding us dog food. So what Pastor Flavor, you know, he could represent like he's the king of black people, but that's a disturbing comic. Like that do something to my soul to know that this white man, you know, that's serving us as a people, but he's serving them dog food. Only thing Pastor Flavor is the king of is black man booty. That's about it.
Oh my God! Okay, Eugene, woo Lord, you gonna get us Alex Jones around this mug? Y'all gonna have me put up off this mug? Let's go to James. James, you're on the Talk of Chicago, 1690. Why does Minister Farrakhan seem to not have anyone standing behind him but Father Flager?
Good morning, man.
Good morning, my brother.
Listen, well, you know, I think, in my humble opinion, is that Father Flager has demonstrated, you know, his willingness to step outside of the direction that the church has gone in terms of black people. And black people, you know, they respect him, you know, because we have been conditioned to accept white people as being the representative of Jesus. Case in point, you know, we use the greetings every day. Unconsciously, we say, hail low. When knowing all the time that hell is low, but, you know, that never even enters into our mind. But Father Flager, on the other hand, is directing black people's awareness to a black Jesus. He teaches about a black Jesus, you know, so therefore he can be a representative of Jesus because he has the understanding that, you know, the world didn't start with white people.
Got it. So that's what I said. He's the king of black people. Let's go to Lewis. You're on the Talk of Chicago, 1690.
What did they just say?
I was waiting for somebody else to get that one. Go ahead.
Okay, number one comment is that we missing the real picture. The real picture is that they abandoned Minister Farrakhan because of his support of a Congresswoman, Ilhan Omar, from Detroit, who was making anti-Semitic remarks about the Jewish people and about not recognizing 9/11 as radical Muslims. And so the Jewish people are coming back by banning Minister Farrakhan off that Facebook. Another thing is that you were talking about a person that had been a white person that has not been persecuted. You got to look at Donald Trump. White people, the 2016 election is over. Let it go. It's 2019. We're going into 2020. Let it go.
Well, I'm going to tell you this, man. This is what I say. I think that Big O, you know what, you did I felt like I was coming down the court, right? You know, I'm dribbling down the court, and I threw the alley-oop up, and you came from the side and just put it through the hole. I think that you damn donkey. You right. You chocolate thunder. You put the chocolate thunder on the deal because I do say that there is white people who fight for black issues they get a double win, right? Because they always have the protection of being white. No shade, he can't change that. But they not gonna cut him off. They can't really punish him. They gonna figure out how they negotiate with him.
Right.
They gonna a black person stand up, they gonna punish him just the way.
Get reprimanded for a minute, but you still gonna go on and do what you need to do.
Ain't nobody cutting his grants. Ain't nobody cutting his funding. Ain't nobody gonna say. So y'all, I just think that it is a shame to me that for all that Minister Farrakhan has done, for all the people that he's fought for all of the things that he has left as his legacy, one by one, y'all, they are erasing us digitally. Think about that. They're gonna erase Bill Cosby digitally. They can erase Minister Farrakhan digitally. Now, I'm saying we got to make sure we keep our archives and everything, but y'all, think about somebody, it's going to get to a point where somebody could push the button and you gone. Poof. Poof. Let's talk about it. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Asian invasion. Did you all know that the largest number of immigrants coming into this country right now is not from south of the border, but it is from Asia? One of the things I've been noticing recently was that every corner I go on right now in Chicago, I can spot someone of Asian descent. And a friend of mine was telling me the other day that in her condo building, Asians are trying to buy 4 and 5 and 6 units at a time, essentially moving us out. Well, now you've got this legislator Asian legislator, the youngest Asian legislator in South Carolina, saying that the Asians need to mimic or replicate the black experience politically. What does that mean for us if another group enters and tries to do what we did? Y'all, is it gonna push us further down the totem pole? We'll talk about it when we come back after traffic and the weather.
More of the morning show with Maze Jackson.
Well, they've just been doing that for a long time anyway.
But yeah, but now they're moving out of their space. So, like, let me tell you, if it was me right now, so I could see with all of the trouble that the Asians, I could see with all of the trouble that's in 25 with Danny Solis being gone and the person Byron Siglo Lopez being a Democratic Socialist, I could see them turning the 25th Ward into a Chinese ward and calling themselves electing the first Asian. They did it with Theresa Ma when they took away Acevedo's district and turned it into a Chinese district, right? And so think about Bridgeport. You could make a Chinese district.
Yeah, but you have to go in Bridgeport.
But you could go into Bridgeport. Because Bridgeport, I'm sure they will probably give up that and go somewhere else in 11 because they're losing all their stuff. So they would probably start picking up. But if it's me, I draw the map of 25 and I go across. So I take a map of 25. So I tell Pat Dow or Sophia King, give me that piece of your ward. I'll give you that part of 25 where the development is the 78 is going. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sweep across. I'm going to pick up Prairie Shores. I'm going to pick up over by where I tell you they come pick up all the food all the time. I'm going to swoop in Chinatown and all of those places that they filled in across. So if you look at Sermon, so they're in Chinatown, they're in Bridgeport, they've crossed over to Bronzeville, right? And they're all the way up to 35th. So you could literally rope in 35th and go across and make that a Chinese district. Pilsen is not black.
What Maze is leaving out, though, is all these people are Chinese. They may be Asian, but they're all Chinese.
Yeah, but again, the difference is when if you pay attention to how they morph, they do Asian first to get the numbers. So if you pay attention right now, the Asians don't have critical mass as the Chinese and the Indian and whatever, so they are banding together as the Asians, right? So if you combine, so then they work it out amongst them. The Indians and the Chinese and the Koreans, they got all of that, but they say, first of all, we got to create a space that's ours that we get to call Asian. Then we can get down to the nuance. But what you also see is that the Asians have the money to buy, which then allows them to take the political power. So that, because I heard that the Asians were trying to buy Prairie Shores all the way. So now.
Yes, it's up for sale. And I wouldn't be surprised if they were trying to buy it. One thing, it works very well with them and IIT, because if you go to IIT, it's just like Maze was saying about the rest of it. It's like there's nothing but Asians over there, so it would make sense for them to have a spot that's 2 blocks away that they can go to, as they do now. If they don't own the buildings, at least the first 2 buildings are, whenever I go to pick up my niece, it's like there's people from, I'm guessing they're from India or Pakistan. There's always somebody walking in and out of the building. So they are probably the greatest number of people in that building, I'm guessing, are Asian right now. So yeah. So I can imagine that. And Mr. Wong, who was my kind of guy in Chinatown for a while, he already stated, and this was more than 10 years ago, that there was too many Chinese people.
I gotta figure out what time.
Chinatown was too small.
I just gotta figure out the
and they needed
time.
to expand.
She just hacked all over
So if they
herself.
can move in somewhere else and that can become part of their order, I think he's right.
No more sandwiches for me.
All of the very
You know me, you know I'm petty.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm super petty. Super petty. Captain Pete. I'm Captain Pete. Pete.
Is that pate?
Pete.
I like
I'm
the-
Captain
I like the
Pete.
other pate.
And I'm glad we all ate onions together.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I won't mind with if it ever happens again, which it probably won't, I want salami.
Never happen again. You know, have the best roast beef and garbage sandwich there is. There you go. Bring your-
And we need some of that seafood pasta. Tell Avis to come on.
Now, you know what?
What?
My daughter's prom send-off is on the 7th. Should be there.
Okay. That seafood pasta is off the chain. Close that door, y'all in my show. That's the same crew. That seafood pasta was true.
Ooh, that was smoking. Slamming.
Much fun. Ba-da-dum. I got a sweeter song
Than the birds in the tree. Well, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? My girl, talking about my girl.
My girl. Ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, that is the WVON morning show.
Harmony.
And you know what? Harmony and Maze. Because I can't keep a note to save my life. But y'all, I want to talk about the Asian invasion that is occurring, not just in Chicago, but in the country. And I want to talk about the political impacts. Also want to remind you all, we got Tell Me Something Good Fridays.
Oh, that's right.
So we want y'all to think about something to tell us good. You all need to call us and tell us something good. But right now, you all...
I was just telling off the air. I was just telling that maybe 15 years ago I was talking to a gentleman in Chinatown, Mr. Wong.
Mr. Wong.
Yeah, there's a ton of Wong. they literally have like a Wong convention.
Dad Wong.
He invited me.
He's like, come to the Wong Kong.
Yeah, but he was saying even then that Chinatown had gotten too small, and they needed more space for the Chinese people who were coming over, and they were looking up north to create like another Chinatown, but maybe moving across the Rhine is the move.
Well, what I am seeing and hearing, I have friends all over who are telling me that their neighborhoods are now starting to see a influx of Chinese investment. When you look at places like Bronzeville, when you look at, so Chinatown used to be right off of Cermak, but now if you look at, I used to go get my coffee at 35th and King Drive, and now if you go to that Dunkin' Donuts on 35th and King Drive on a Saturday morning, it's like 60-40 Asian to everybody else, 40% Asian. When you look at Prairie Shores, right? Prairie Shores used to be like the start off, get your start, or if you was having a challenge, like Prairie Shores was like, that's when you first got to Chicago, you got your first apartment when you was trying to place, I don't know if it was the credit checks, I don't know what it was, but you could always get an apartment at Prairie Shores. And then, it's like if you ever got in trouble, you ever got divorced, you ever got something, then you can go back to Prairie Shores, right, till you get your finances in order and then you go. Right. But it was an icon in the black community. Well, now you see that people are telling me that every time you go through Prairie Shores, you are seeing that it is more and more occupied by Asians.
That's the other thing I was telling them. They go, my niece lives there. So whenever I go and if I have to wait, I literally, I would say 80% of the people I see are probably like Indians.
And so you got, now, see, and you try to make the distinction between Indians and Asians. Indians and Chinese. But what I am saying is that you got to pay attention to how they work, how people work when they're trying to get. First, they start as Asians. So everybody from the continent of Asia. And then they build a critical mass in a community. And then they say, hey, we got to get some representation for the Asian community.
Oh, yeah.
Then whoever, they say, we got 50,000 Asians right here. Indian, they might not, none of them might not like each other. But then what they say is, and remember, we've got a remap coming up, right?
Right.
So part of this influx I'm asking is, how does it play out in the remap? Do the Asians ask for a ward? Do they say, we have now reached a certain population and it doesn't make a difference if they're citizens or not, but we've got this many people here and we need to have representation in city council? Now, how did they, you know how they did that though, economically? Because they went and bought land.
Right.
And they bought units and they bought places, and then they created a footprint that says, we own this, we control this. So then what winds up happening is people start catering to them. Remember when the Chinese community said they wanted a new library? And the Mexican alderman was like, get them what they want.
Right.
Because he knew that they were becoming a formidable population. But the problem becomes, guys, that when it's time to pay the piper, they don't usually want to pay it out of white people's pocket. And because y'all so daggone forgiving, y'all be like, this is what we can give up. What happens when the Asian community, because you have what brought this up, you all, was there's an Asian state legislator in North Carolina who said that Asians need to mimic the path of African Americans and stake their claim and take what's rightfully theirs. Now the challenge with that is, usually when they stake their claim, in Chicago, they staking their claim on black land. And they taking it from us. They are telling me that now you want them, they go to Bronzeville, they go to communities, and then they buy the apartment building, and then they come back to you and they say, oh, you gotta have a 760 credit score to live in this building. Now, you know daggone well, ain't nobody in Bronzeville that's been there longer than, no shade. 760? Yeah, you know, 760? I'm gonna have to call my man Chris Scott to get my stuff right. I got 760 to get up. And then what they do is they make it where you can't live there in the places that you were occupied. And then the next thing you know what? I went to Wingstop yesterday across the street from Kennedy King. And it was all black workers. And guess what? It was a Chinese boss. And boy, she knew how to, she was a Chinese boss that had a black accent that was talking like, it was the mixture of Chinese with Inglewood. She was like, I took her to bar, girl, and I tell you what, and me and Carrie was looking like, uh-oh. Now, but check it out. They owned the Wingstop. Now, how do you control the black people? Own the chicken joint. It's the Talk of Chicago, 1690. Think about it. Black folks, you know the new hottest chicken joint in the world right now is Wingstop. Yeah. The Asians are buying the Wingstops in our community. They're going to re-profit off us again.
No, the problem is not that they're buying. It's that all the franchises don't have any franchisees who are black.
Okay, but the Asians say, you know they're going to eat chicken wings. Get the chicken wings.
I don't care about Asian. I'm talking Subway. I'm talking Dunkin'
Subway.
Donuts.
Well, see, what they did, though, was they took a whole... So what happened with Dunkin' Donuts was Dunkin' Donuts had a low buy-in price initially. Right. And so all of the Indians jumped on it. And they said, hey, man, get these franchises. And they bought hundreds at a time. The same thing happened with Subways. Right? And so what you had was all of these industries and Popeyes where they open up the franchises. We ain't in the franchise business because we trying to open up the one-off Harold's. They get the package, buy it, and then the next thing you know, they control all of the industry in our community. Look, y'all.
It's capital. It's always capital.
Access to capital. You know what? That's why we got the, That's why we got to kind of start putting these people up out of here. Let's talk Chicago 1690. We'll be back after traffic and the weather.
Like we know Otis got some gold in his backyard or something.
They took all the dry cleaners.
Oh yeah.
Dry cleaners, man, they took think about this. The corner store used to be, let me tell you, when we lived at 514 East 62nd Street, there was a corner store on 63rd. I was 5 years old. My mother would give me money and a note. I would walk to that store. And what I didn't know how to find, like if it was like I had to go, I'd go get food from the butcher shop, everything. give them the note, get my stuff, give them the money. My mom would make me change, but it was all black people.
Right.
All black people. And I was straight all the way. Well, that store, that corner store, the kids didn't want it. Kids got smart. But those were all our millionaires next doors, right? We gave away all the millionaires next doors. So yeah, so the big guys who chipped out and sold out, yeah, they bought them a house in Park Ridge, or yeah, they went to the suburbs, but their kids didn't go and continue the business, they sold it. And then the kids, in a lot of cases, didn't take sustainable jobs or were used to privilege that they didn't understand came from this corner store. And so now you out here, you ain't got your source of income, and now you out here trying to make it in the white man's world you had your own.
Right.
And you gave it up to go get a law degree.
Now you're hustling.
Now you hustling, and they like, we don't need no black ass lawyer. No commodities.
We are the only race that won't sit here down here, complain about what's up there, but don't come, because if you just think about all the resources we have, financially and mentally, in every genre. Let's say the Magics, the Michaels, the Nicki Minaj, just all the rappers in that group. I mean, we can have our own.
Oh, yeah.
We can have our own. And then you're talking about the leaders.
They have firepower, too.
It's just unbelievable. I mean, just so individualized.
I'm going to tell you.
That story you were talking about, if it was some white folks, it would have went down into the family.
Right.
And stayed in the family.
And one of them would have had the job.
Moved to the suburbs.
Right.
Still been in the family.
And which is what they still doing right now. That's what the Arabs do. That's what the Arabs do. That's what the Chinese, they all come in. Let me tell you. I was at the Porsche dealership. This white boy, this Asian dude walks in, buys a new Cayenne, brand new. And I'm talking about I ain't talking about the $75,000. I'm talking about the $150,000, right? Cash. You know where his money came from? Nail shops in black communities.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that.
Yeah.
Been living good off us. Yeah.
Or long.
Been living good. But if we get it, we want to patronize them. Well, I'm getting a discount.
Man.
Don't take it serious. Why you gonna go over to the white boy and ask for a discount?
You ain't asking them because you feel good paying a white boy full price. Shit, you feel good paying. Man, when you buy something from white people and you pay full price, you be like, you go to the store like, look, I could pay as much as you. And white boy be like, I didn't buy mine. I work here.
You really do what I paid for.
Right. Or what I started realizing was white people used to wear knocks, and you just assume because they white they won't wear a knock, and they rocking it. That's a knock, man. Like when I finally started learning that,
big time.
You be like,
they
wait.
were before we were.
Yes.
We just got hip to it.
Right.
We got a little money. They were doing it day one.
What y'all doing for Mama's Day?
Oh, I'm driving down to Louisville on Sunday morning. Got a golf outing on Monday. Come back on Tuesday.
Okay, what golf outing?
Kentucky. It's the Kentucky Legends.
Uh-oh.
You got all the people from U of L and UK.
Uh-oh.
Black and white and the blue. Yeah.
You play for money? Do you win?
Well, there's some side bets.
Okay.
Know. But you got all the guys that went to, Kentucky, Otis Gilmore. And
damn, Otis Gilmore. Man, I remember going to the...
Brisbane back in the day. And,
damn.
I mean, up until today. So all the legends come together.
Is the healthy tip?
What was I going to say?
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, they do it every year. It's a fundraiser. And
what's the old boy that was the quarterback from there?
The
new one. That was slanging that rock.
The new one.
The black quarterback.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
From Louisville?
Yeah.
From Louisville, yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, it was, I can see it, Lamar Jackson.
Huh?
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, down, he's in Baltimore Ravens now.
And he did good last year too. Then they get rid of he made him get rid of whatchamajig. Yep.
Wacko.
Man. They want
When's your golf outing?
The 23rd.
June?
Yes, Tuesday the 23rd of July. I'm sorry.
Oh, July? Good.
Hey man, I want to come just drive a cart. I don't want to play. I just want to just hang out.
I'll be mad at you.
We don't want no big old mad.
No.
God will not.
This side.
Was that the first human beatbox? Make something good. Tell me that you love me, yeah. Tell me something good. Tell me that you like me, yeah. You are tuned in to Talk Chicago 1690 AM. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my guys in the studio. That is Otis Wilson, 1985 Bears Super Bowl champion. He is the Air Marshal. And I got to say what's up to my man, Ty Stroger. He is the co-host. Hey, y'all, did y'all know May is Health Awareness Month? And people who are positive tend to have better health and success in life than those who are negative thinkers. Girl, okay, are they trying to tell me something?
Stay positive.
Stay positive. I am positively sure that these white folks ain't meaning us no good.
Leading us down the path.
This healthy tip is brought to you by Resurrection University. See what Res U can do for you. Start your career now at Resurrection University. Hey, y'all, this is the WVON Morning Show. And you know on Thursdays we have started doing this Tell Me Something Good. And I want to do, first of all, y'all, check this out. I'm excited. I got a few good things. First good thing is it's Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Mother's Day this weekend, and I'm going to tell y'all what, I got one of the best mamas ever. I think I got the best mama. Mama, remember when you say yo mama?
Yep.
Somebody say yo mama.
That was a fight.
Man, it was a fight. And I'd be like, mama, I came home and I defended your honor. Yo mama. And she said, he said your mama. And she said, your mama what? I don't know, Mom. He just said your mama, and I had to fight him.
That's enough.
And he'd be like, yo mama. So I'm excited about Mother's Day, and I have one of the best mothers, if not the best in the world. I say it's the best in the world. Secondly, I got to send a big shout out. We have a new thespian in my family. For those of you that don't know, Miss Reagan Jean Brooks, better known as the Rago Babo, my niece, who I am infinitely proud of, was starring in a play last night. And I was supposed to be at the play, but unfortunately Uncle Mays could not be at the play because he was busy being angry with black folks for forgiving every daggone body. But I am going to ask my lovely niece to forgive Uncle Mays for not being able to be at her thespian debut. But
what was the play about, you know?
See, Todd, I'm not trying to put her business out in the street.
Oh, okay.
Goodness. Shout out to Reagan Jean Brooks and all of the thespians at B.J. Ward School. Now, just so y'all know, B.J. Ward is a grammar school now, but it used to be my middle school in Bolingbrook, and my niece goes there. Red and blue, shout out to all the Wildcats out there. And then my last one is, you know what, I am being honored by the Tobacco Road Foundation. Shout out to Dorothy Tillman and Gemalita Tillman. Y'all, I take these awards very, very, very seriously. And I hope that maybe, I was wondering, you think if I get some WVON people to go with me? I would like to get maybe a couple of our listeners. So I'm gonna probably give away a couple tickets. If anybody wants to go with me when you call in to tell us something good, let me know if you want a couple tickets. I'll get Sonya to take your name down and maybe you can come sit with me at my table. But that is my Tell Me Something Good. If you're Big O and Todd, if y'all got time on Monday, I would love to have y'all come check us out. Tobacco Road, we're gonna be doing our thing. But that's my Tell Me Something Good. Todd, tell me something good.
Let's start with our guest.
Big O, what you got, man? Tell me something good.
Well, for me, got to stay positive, stay on the strong side.
There it is.
You know, this is going to be a great weekend for me because, you know, the band is striking up again.
Tell me about the band. What's the band doing?
Well, we're going to be in Naperville. You know, Steve and Hampton, and we're going to, I would say, sing a couple of tunes.
Where y'all at in Naperville?
I'm not quite sure of the spot in Naperville, but I'll call you back.
Let me know. Is it at a bar or is it at like a fancy? Because you know y'all be doing them fancy.
I think this one is at a bar.
Yeah, if you at a bar, you gotta let us know because you know you be doing the fancy stuff. But if you go to the bar, we might come check y'all out.
Yeah, then I gotta go down to Louisville.
Louisville, that's why we went to.
and U of L gets together and play golf for a good cause.
Now who's better, U of K or U of L in golf?
U of L.
In golf?
You know that.
What about basketball?
That's about 50-50.
Okay, what about football?
They're probably, well, now we're better, but they've always had the edge.
Okay, cool. All right, so Big O, you doing your thing. You know,
got a lot of stuff going on this week.
You know that Big O, Big O, and then I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you something good. I saw you doing something good because I saw you standing on the island somewhere with you and Super Bowl MVP Richard Dent. I see the boat in the background. Y'all standing out there with your golf clubs looking up. I'm like, good Lord, I was waiting for you to tell us about it. And then you said DR too. I'm gonna let that be. I'm gonna let the DR because it's really good in the DR. Quaddy. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's see. I guess my good is just my mother's alive, and we will all, be spending time with her this weekend and just enjoying each other.
That is, I'm gonna tell you, that's probably the best part of Mother's Day is just, we lazy, just chilling. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we're gonna go out to dinner, like go out, but I'll probably throw some meat on the grill. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe that's what I'll do. That's a good idea.
They just finished up our rooftop, and so they just put us a whole little new roof on the thing. So maybe I'll get on the roof and throw some smoke signals up and cook some. Let's go to the phone lines. Tell me something good. Let me go to Sister Zakia. Sister Zakia, tell me something good. Hello?
Yes. Good morning, Maze. I've been holding on so long, it really wasn't for this segment, but I would just like to say that Minister T.L. Barrett was at the church last night supporting Minister Farrakhan because I was sitting right behind him, so I didn't want you to leave that out. He was the one minister that I saw there that was in support of Minister Farrakhan, but I want to just say this real quick. I found this out when I was a person that spoke out against the Caruso family when the son tried to kill the little Leonard Clark boy. When black people are up against a so-called dangerous, powerful force, and you calling their hand on it, your people are not going to stand with you most of the time. They are going to be fearful of standing against the powerful, dangerous force out here. I learned that in the Caruso because the positions that our people did, clergy all the way down. Father Flager is courageous. I want to say that. If he wasn't, he wouldn't be sitting in the black community doing what he's doing, calling the marches against gangs and drugs, and standing with Minister Louis Farrakhan. Yes, he's a white man, but I don't know how many white men would be doing what Father Flager is doing, and I have a newfound love for Father Flager.
Thank you.
That's a good thing.
Thank you, Sister Zakia. I'm going to tell you like this. I don't know how many black people was because I was trying to count, and I couldn't see them. I saw the young people, but I sure didn't see too many black folks, and it's like, man, I'm going to tell you, the second they come against one of y'all, then we all got to get up and go march. If it's not, yeah, you can't have it both ways. Where was Reverend Allen? You know, they all in it. They be on TV talking to all these people brokering for black folks, right? Yeah, where y'all? Hey, church, what's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Quiet as a church mouse. In church. All in church. No fear, no man but God. Or, shoot, well, maybe not just. Look, y'all, we come back. You're going to tell me something good, and we're going to close this thing up. It's the WVON Morning Show.
May is Health Awareness Month. Fact of the day.
Tell me something good. Tell me, baby. Tell me that you love me, yeah. What I got with... You think that was the first beatbox when it was like...
Man, I guess that probably was the first recorded beatbox. Woo! That was the 70s.
All right, y'all. I got to do Fox today. Fired up with Flannery.
All right.
What I got will knock you. Y'all hanging up? Don't hang up yet. It's not over.
It ain't over.
It's not over. The party's not over. My favorite. Do y'all remember Alexander O'Neal? He was like, wait a minute. Wait, you sit on my carpet. It's time. Look, Big O came back wiping his mouth. I'ma just tell y'all, I just saw the car.
Man, woo!
I was to say that if that was a salami sandwich, like I love salami. Man.
Oh yeah, put some bologna in there too.
Oh no, Big O. Did you say bologna?
Man, you gotta have a poor man's steak.
Man, I can't eat no
I haven't had bologna in a while.
I ain't had bologna. Bologna.
And if I did have it, it'd have to be fried.
Yeah.
Bologna. You know what I haven't had in a
You know,
long
with a grilled
time?
cheese sandwich.
Huh?
And put some bologna in the grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh no.
Man,
That sounds like
you missing.
that's gourmet.
And you might don't
Yeah,
tell
you
me.
gotta go, man.
I can't eat and is American cheese? I can't eat American cheese.
No, see, he's just too. He's too fancy. He probably eats something like
Cheddar.
But when you grew up on that, you grew up on that government cheese.
Hey,
you
but
did
I'm gonna
that.
tell you, that government cheddar was some of the best cheddar ever.
Oh, man, made the best grilled cheese.
Best grilled cheese sandwich ever.
And sometimes when you have a disagreement, you can fight with it.
Man, when that big brown log box used to come. What?
Just make us go stand online. Go out there and get online.
Yeah. Mr. Brookins says when the truck would come around when he was a kid, and they give him shoes. Those are the days.
Shoes? What kind of shoes?
They call them Brohams.
What year was that?
Well, Mr. Brookins is probably like close to 90, I guess.
That's what happened back in our time. We went with no shoes. I wonder when they was gonna play it.
You are tuned into Top Chicago 1690 AM. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Got my man Big O, that's him singing in the background. Gotta say what's up to my man Tosh Stroger, and we are asking, tell me something good. Tell me something good on Fridays. Look at him. Get it, Big O. Uh-oh. Go ahead.
You gotta get the practice this weekend.
Happy Mother's Day to all those mothers out there today.
You got yours.
And I got mine.
Oh, mama. Hey, mama. My heart belongs to you. Oh, yeah. I always love my mama.
Look at y'all.
She's my favorite girl. You only get one, yeah. I always love my mama. She brought me in this world.
Hey y'all, that is Big O, that is Todd. Look, I think Big O Todd is trying to audition to get in the band, man. He's trying to get in the band. Look, Todd.
No, I'm too small to be like, hey, I brought this little boy with us.
It is the WVON Morning Show, y'all. It is Tell Me Something Good Friday. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. I'm going to run through these questions. I'm going to need you all, not these questions, but these calls. I need you to go quickly. Tell me something good. Let me go to Chris. Chris, you're on the top of Chicago. Tell me something good.
Hey, man.
What's up, Chris?
What's happening, Big O?
What's happening?
Hey, man, I still got that football in that hat. Now I got the jersey. I need you to sign that one too, baby.
You know, hey, you'll find me out there somewhere.
I know I will. Listen, my mother is no longer here. My mother passed away in April of 2017. But going through a lot of my mother's stuff, I never noticed my mother's bookcase and the titles and the books that was in that bookcase. So what I want to do is I want to honor my mother for the legacy that she left me. My mother left me a legacy of knowledge.
Hey,
yes.
That is something good, Chris. You know what? We always love our mama, and when she leaves you with a legacy of knowledge, I don't know if you could do better than that. Well, maybe cash. But knowledge, if you can't get the cash, we'll take the knowledge.
I learned all my home skills from my mom.
Ah, did you?
Yes.
So you know how to cook?
Well, I was thinking more about fixing things.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The handyman.
The handyman.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Willie. Tell me something good. Willie?
Hey, how y'all doing, good man? This is actually Connie with Willie.
Hey, Connie and Willie. Y'all won?
Well, we got a small victory because we maintaining our stuff, and it's like they are not going to take it from us. So we claiming that, and we thanking the Lord, and we thanking you for your program because you really put on a wonderful show and information, and we really appreciate you.
Thank you all so much, and I appreciate y'all coming to the What's in It for the Black People meeting. Phineas, you're on the top of Chicago. Tell me something good.
Something good. Black folks start reading, start doing some research, and stop believing the lie. The Jews are not a Semitic people. They are Europeans, and Europeans are not Semitic. They spread that lie all around the world. They are not a Semitic people, so if you said something about them, you are not anti-Semitic. That's something good.
You tell them, Phineas.
Go,
All right, let me go to Deborah. Deborah, tell me something good.
Good morning, Kings.
Good morning.
My
Good morning.
is that each and every morning when I wake up, the first thing I do is turn on the radio and get on Facebook, and I see Maze and Todd, two black powerful men, and just seeing you guys empower me for my day. So that's good. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Hey. That was telling us something good for real. You know what? I appreciate that. That made me feel good. Y'all know. Feel my ego because all the women are lined up in the windows looking at Big O. So thank you, Deborah. I appreciate it because, you know, they all looking like, why y'all got that look on y'all face? Why y'all, you know what? They look like, look, I'm going to turn the camera. You look like a steak. They look like hungry dogs, and you look like a porterhouse steak, Big O.
I'm sorry, Mace, did you say something?
This is Kobe beef.
Oh, did he say Kobe beef?
Yeah,
Oh, Big O said.
None of that cheap stuff.
He said, nah, he ain't doing none of that. You know,
Grass fed.
Grass. He said he gets a massage. You know, they massage the Kobe beef. Look at y'all.
Well taken care of.
All right, y'all. It is the WVON Morning Show. It's been a great week. I want to encourage everybody next week. You know, there's been a little confusion. We have a fundraiser, the What's in It for the Black People fundraiser, that will be held next Thursday at Renaissance. That's 4641 South King Drive. And it seems to be some confusion as to some of the sponsorship levels. So just so we're clear, we are not in any way, shape, or form trying to raise any money on the name of Lou Palmer. If there is a flyer that has gone out, we actually addressed that and had it pulled back. Maybe someone has shared an old flyer, but we want to be clear that there is no desire on behalf of What's in It for the Black People to pimp or to use the name of Lou Palmer to raise money. It was, in our estimation, just a way to show honor to one of our ancestors, obviously taken in a different way. So I just want to make sure that we're clear. If there are any misconceptions, if there are any flyers out there that have the Lou Palmer level is no longer in existence. It is the Ida B. Wells level. But I just want to make sure that you all understand that our goal was really to preserve and to keep that legacy alive and acknowledging it and putting him in our pantheon of stars. sometimes I feel like in our community, we pick the most obscure things to figure out a way to create dissension. So in an effort to make sure that there is no dissension publicly, if there are any flyers out that have, if there is any advertisement out that has Lou Palmer's name on it, please disregard it. It is not an attempt to raise or pimp his name.
No, Mr. Palmer would be the king of what for the black people. Man, I remember listening to him, people just call and say, hey, Lou! And man, it was always black this, black that.
Well, you know what? I think that it's part of our generational curse that we got to get past. So I just want to make sure that I'm clear to the audience, to everybody out there. Blame it on people's heart, on their mind, not their heart. Nobody was out here trying to take advantage of that brother's name. Hey, y'all, but I'm going to tell y'all better be there next Thursday, because it's going to be off the chain. We're going to be music at $6 martinis, but we are trying to put money in the bank to start electing. Look, this ain't progressive. We ain't trying to, I'm not asking you to put no money in the bank to elect the Mexican, to elect the Latino, to elect the Chinese. We need to support black issues, black politicians. And if you want to support black folks, we want to see you next Thursday. Hey, y'all, and I'm going to tell y'all, last night, Emmanuel was the joint. Celebrate your mama this weekend. Have a great time. For Annette Flournoy in the newsroom. For the Wonder Twins, Sonia Escobar and Sonia Tompkins. Both of them are mamas. For my man, Todd Stroger, who learned everything he knows about repairs from his mama. Big from Mama's boy Otis. That's right. I'm Mama's boy Otis, one of a kind. The ladies all love me for my body and my mind. I am the Annette, what's that face you making? You better, this is my show. Do y'all understand it's my show? It's the WVON Morning Show. And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. May said, we out of here. Peace. Give me one of them pamphlet sandwiches. Yeah. Good stuff, y'all. Good stuff. Good stuff.
To be back on the saddle,
man, it's good to have you back, my brother. Yeah. It's good to have you back. You should tell me where that Naperville is, though, because that's out in our area, right? I'll always love your mama. Oh, man. That be hater. That's when you talking